How we doing, folks? We are live. It is Kelley, your certified holistic nutritionist. How we doing, folks? How we doing, folks? It's Kelley, your certified holistic nutritionist, coming to you straight from the airways of Houston, Texas. How we doing this morning? You guys get some good rest. It's Saturday. Top of the morning to you. We're just getting started. Filling up my water bottle. Gonna get thirsty a little bit later. Okay, how we doing, folks? It's Kelley, your certified holistic nutritionist, coming to you straight from the airways, like you know how we do each and every day, except for Sunday. We won't be in on Sunday, and each and every day, except for Sunday, talk about all things pre-diabetes, gestational diabetes, insulin resistance, uh, borderline diabetes, erectile dysfunction, and it's all related to insulin resistance. Now, you know how, if you're new to me, I talk about things a little bit differently, right? We just cut straight to it, find out exactly what's happening, like what is diabetes, what is type 2 diabetes, what is insulin resistance. Is once you get it, do you have to have it for the rest of your life? Folks, this is what we talk about. Is diabetes a permanent condition, type 2 diabetes? Do you have to have it for the rest of your life? Do you have to take medications for the rest of your life? Or is there an alternative? Is there an alternative? Or is it basically it's a life sentence? Well, I'm here to tell you that it is actually not a life sentence. Getting that diagnosis of prediabetes or you're officially diagnosed as a diabetic, it is not a life sentence. Why? Because here's the thing about type 2 diabetes. It is a very easy condition to get. Very easy to get. All you got to do is whatever you want, whatever you want, however you want, and whatever you want, whatever. It's a good chance that you can come into resistance, just like most of the people are. Like, I think it's like 9 and 10 people are into resistance. Pre-diabetic, very large number. Very large number. And especially in today's world, because how we eat whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want. And it's very easy to come into it. Very easy. But here's the thing, just as easy it is to get it, even though that takes years to get it, right? You can get rid of it just as easily. Just as easily. And it won't take you years. It'll take you a matter of weeks and months. No matter how long it'll take you. Because that's the thing, folks. Type 2 diabetes is a dietary and lifestyle driven condition. So if it's the diet and lifestyle that caused the condition, then shouldn't it be the diet and lifestyle that gets you out of it? Shouldn't it be? All right, that's what we're going to talk about today. If you're new to me, my name is Kelley, your certified holistic nutritionist, coming to you straight from the airways of Houston, Texas. Talk about all things diabetes, pre-diabetes, gestational diabetes, all of that. So coming in, let me know where you're from, what city you're from, what country you're from, what state are you from. Let me know where you're from. I'm straight out of Houston. Been here 11 years, like I said. We're gonna find out the beats today. Number one thing, we're gonna be here until 11. Well, we'll be here until noon Eastern time. So we're gonna unpeel some things. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn. Not literally grab your popcorn, because we are talking about high blood sugar here. Okay? Sit back, relax, go grab your breakfast, and we're gonna be here all day. We're gonna be here all morning, I say. And what we're gonna talk about? what is diabetes, what is insulin resistance. We'll talk about what it is. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is how to fix it. So that's the fun part. How to talk about what is it, and then once you get it, once you get a high A1C, once your A1C is too high, how do you bring your A1C back down? How do you bring that down to the normal level? What's the normal level? You want it somewhere between about 4.9 to 5.3. So that's the thing. Folks. You put a big win, and then just as little as 14 days in your A1C. As little as 14 days. Like, well, Kelly, how can you lower your A1C as little as 14 days, man? That's not right. Doesn't it take 3 months? It takes 3 months, right, Kelly? 3 months? Yes and no. Yes, you can lower your A1C in as little as 14 days. Oh, yes, you can. Well, yes and yes, we say that. Yes, you can lower your A1C in as little as 14 days. And yes, it takes 3 months for to see the entire picture. 3 to 4 months to see the entire picture of where your blood sugar is actually going. But in a short period of time, you can get yourself off of a glucose roller coaster. That's what we're going to talk about. How to get off of that glucose roller coaster and how to get your life back. Now, how do I know about all this stuff? How do I know about insulin resistance and all that? How you doing, folks? A couple more folks coming into the room. Tap in with me and let me know where you're from. This Saturday morning, we're talking about all things diabetes. So pre-diabetes, gestational diabetes. Number one, my name's Kelley, Certified Holistic Nutritionist. But number one thing we're going to talk about is what is diabetes? And then the second thing we're going to talk about is how to fix these things. We're going to get up here on the board and we're going to talk about all things A1C and how you lower it. So like I said, folks, you can lower this thing. Diabetes, here's the thing about type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a dietary and lifestyle driven condition. So if it's your diet and lifestyle that caused the condition, shouldn't it be your diet and lifestyle that gets you out of the condition? It's totally reversible. Reversible condition type 2 diabetes. You're like, well, how do you know that, Kelley? How do you know that it's reversible, man? How do you know about A1Cs and all that? What do you know, Kelley? You don't know anybody who's reversed diabetes. All right, well, I know somebody personally. Let me show you. And that person is me. The person that I know personally is me. Okay? I know all about diabetes. 2 weeks after I got the picture taken, I was diagnosed with diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. All right, so that's a little bit, that's happening. So no more diabetes, no more heart disease, no more obesity. Why? Because I changed. For things to change, I had to change. And that's what we're going to talk about to you, folks. How do I know that diabetes is reversible? It's because I did it myself. Did it myself using the power of just my lifestyle. So lifestyle first, medication second. You cannot fix it with the diet and lifestyle first. Then we talk about the medication. So let's find out where the people are from. Where y'all from? Where y'all from? Let's see. Good morning. Shout out to you. Yeah. Shout out to your husband. Yep. Yep. Do me a favor. Bebop the screen, folks. Double tap the screen. Bebop that screen, and then share this live out with anybody that's struggling with insulin resistance, pre-diabetes, or diabetes, all of that. Michigan, shout out to Michigan. I dropped my A1C from 8.4 to 6.1 by drinking dandelion root tea and ate low-carb diet for 3 months. Fantastic. Yeah. He got it down to 7.3, but now he's on the other side, other leg that spiked it. So we're gonna show you the natural way, Jenny. Stick around with me. Stick around with me for a while. We'll be here for a few hours. Stick around. I got you. How is coming up next? That's the how. Yes. I had a heart episode and change. Yeah. Usually when you have something like that, that's usually causes people to change. You don't take anything serious until it gets serious. So that's what causes you to change. Yeah. Same thing happened to me. I didn't take anything serious until it got serious. You know what I'm saying? Usually what it takes. Something to get serious. But sometimes that doesn't even work. California, shout out to. Type 2 is reversible, but type 1 is not. That is correct. You're right. You're right. Type 2. That's what we're talking about. Florida, Connecticut. Shout out to you. Good morning, Louisiana, man. Shout out to you. Heart episode at Change said new diabetic. Damn, mine is a 12. Let's get into it, folks. Let's talk about how to bring this A1C down. Do me a favor, folks. Put the word A1C in the chat because we're getting ready to get up there. We're going to have some fun. I told you the very first thing I'm going to talk about is how do you fix this thing? What is this thing? We got to find out what is the villain. Who is the villain that we're fighting? Who's the villain that we're facing? Every superhero has some kind of villain that you got to face. You're the superhero. Who's the villain that you're facing? Well, we're about to find out. Go to the board. We're about to find out who the villain is. We're fighting. Let's go. This class is a session. Everyone sees us fight at night, calls migraine in the morning. Yeah. Okay, do me a favor, folks. Put in the chat also if you're new to me. If you're new to me, put it new in the chat. A couple more folks in the room, so let's see if you goof me. Hello, I'm trying to keep my number from dropping too low. Okay, got you. Are you doing anything to spike it? Let me ask you that. Because if you're spiking it and it drops down real low, and drop down real low. New shout out to the new folks, Grand Rider, Detroit, Shout out to you. Shout out to you. New, okay. Let's talk about it, folks. My name's Kelley. I do things a little bit differently around here. Number one thing we're going to talk about, who's the villain that we're facing? Number two, how do you beat the villain? That's the work that you're going to have to do. Now, I'm going to tell you, folks, a lot of people ask me, hey, Kelley, how do you get rid of diabetes? How do you get rid of diabetes? How do you get rid of this? How do you do that? Well, I'm going to tell them it's always lifestyle. You got to do some work. You got to change some things in your lifestyle. This is where people are like, well, I thought it was serious, but it's not that serious. I'll stick to taking the meds. I'd rather do that than change my lifestyle. Okay? Tell you, this is I hear it every day. Well, let's find out who we're facing and who it is, and then tell you how to fix it. Hemoglobin A1C. Put in the chat if you've ever gone to the doctor and they said your hemoglobin A1C is low. They say, hey, maybe you're anemic, maybe you've got low iron. This is what the doctor tells you. Who's ever experienced that before whenever they go to the doctor? You're anemic or they got low iron. Let's see if you've ever experienced that. Put me in the chat if you've ever experienced that before. Who's ever experienced that before? Me? Yeah, me. Yeah, a lot of people have. Break down what that word means. Hemoglobin. The word hemo means iron and oxygen. So iron and oxygen rich blood needs to flow through every cell of your body. If it does not, you won't survive. It's literally oxygen that you're breathing. So oxygen rich blood is literally why whenever they say you're anemic or you have low iron, why you're tired. You're tired because you don't have enough oxygen rich blood going through your body, through your cells. So you get tired because you don't have enough oxygen. That's how it goes. Oxygen rich blood. This stuff's, check it out. You want to know what? Try to see how long you can breath. Try it right now. See how long you can. The answer is not very long. Why? Because you don't have enough oxygen-rich blood flowing through your body. You need oxygen. Hemoglobin is the life that you breathe. Hemoglobin means protein. So iron and oxygen-rich blood needs to go through every cell of your body every second. It's important stuff, folks. You know how important it is? It's so important that if you don't have enough of it, when you go to the doctor, they will give you a blood test. They'll give you a blood transfusion. Okay, A1C is how much sugar was stuck to your hemoglobin, your life, over the past 3 months. You're like, what the hell that got to do with anything? Sugar. Well, you ever tried to put a piece of candy in your mouth like a lollipop or a Jolly Rancher and it gets all stuck on your fingers and it's nasty feeling like, or if you just jump into a big pool of Dr. Pepper. Imagine your strength jumping into a big dive and move into a big pool of Dr. Pepper. You just jump in. You let it dry, you got out and you let all that stuff dry. You know how sticky you feel? Like, ew, sticky. Well, that same feeling, that's what's happening to your hemoglobin, folks. It is literally being suffocated by sticky stuff, aka blood sugar. Check this. It goes anywhere between 4 and 30. It is a percent of how much sugar was basically infecting your life. And it's a percent anywhere between 4 and 30. Now, it can go lower than 4 in some cases, and it can go higher than 30 in some other cases. Check this out. That still doesn't mean a lot. That still doesn't tell me anything. Okay, great. Here's what it means to be a diabetic, insulin resistant. Let's talk about what that means. Who can tell me what it means? Class is in session, folks. Who can tell me what it means when you're able to see to a 5.7 to a 6.4? You go to the doctor and you get the doctor's report, and you say, "Hey, doc, what's my A1C?" And they say your A1C is 5.7 to 6.4. What does that mean? What is it? Yeah, okay, I see it. Pre-diabetes, okay, pre-diabetes. Somebody said pre-diabetes. Somebody said you're good. Normal, somebody says. Yeah, pre-diabetes. Yeah, pre-diabetes, that's it. Pre-diabetes is the furthest thing from normal. It's not normal. 5.7 to 6.4 is not normal. It's the start of insulin resistance. You're like, well, what the hell is insulin resistance? You tell me, folks, what do you think the most important hormone in the body? We're gonna find out what it means to be a pre-diabetic. Who can tell me, what do you think the most important hormone is in the body? Is it cortisol? Is it estrogen? Is it testosterone? Like, which one do you think is the most important? Like, there's some important ones. Dopamine, serotonin, ghrelin. I just keep thinking, like, which one do you think is the most important? I said insulin, I said cortisol, insulin, how to most important hormone in the body. What is it? It means the most important hormone in the body is insulin. Let's talk about it. So here's the thing. This number says that you're becoming resistant. The higher the number is, says that you're becoming resistant to the most important hormone in the body. So the higher the number is, the more resistant you are becoming to the most important hormone in the body. How do we answer the most important hormone in the body? Well, we're talking about diabetes. So ask someone who's a type 1 diabetic how long they can go without their insulin. And the answer would be not for very long, but they need. They're gonna need to take it. They're insulin dependent. They're gonna need to depend on insulin for the rest of their life. Why? Because if they don't have it, they won't survive. That is how important the hormone is. Now, all the other hormones like estrogen and testosterone, those are important hormones. But you can live without those hormones. Your quality of life might suck, but you can still live without those hormones. You dig? Okay? Without insulin, you won't survive. So here's what I'm telling you. That insulin is the most important hormone in the body. And this number, to be a pre-diabetic, says that you are becoming insulin resistant. It just hasn't gotten bad. So a lot of people say, hey, yeah, there's no such thing as pre-diabetes. There's no such thing as diabetes. Yeah, you're right. There is no such thing as that. That's a term that we made up as human beings. We made up the term pre-diabetes, diabetes. Your body doesn't care. Your body just knows that I am becoming insulin. I am insulin. That's what your body knows. So there's no distinguishing between pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. It's just how bad did you let it get? How bad did you let it get? 5.7 authority, it means that you're already sick. It means that it just hasn't gotten bad yet. It means you're already resistant to the most important hormone in the body. It just hasn't gotten bad yet. So that's what it means to be a pre-diabetic. So we're good. Okay, 6.5 of China. What does it mean? Let's up the stakes. We're up in the stakes now. We put the gloves off. We ain't messing around anymore. I know what it means to be 6.5 or higher. I don't know what it means. 6.5 higher. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What is it? Diabetes type 2, diabetes type 2, diabetes, diabetes, what do you mean? Diabetes, type 2, type 3, wow. Diabetic, type 2, type 2, people say, what I have, a lot of people have this. You're insulin resistant and diabetic. I'm at 11, 14 years. Find out what it means then. Find out what it means to have high numbers. Break down the science of it in simple terms, though. Here's what it means. Let's tie all this thing together. Because now that you are diabetic, what does it mean? It means that, yeah, 6.5 or higher, yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it means that you become resistant to the most important hormone in the body. You become so resistant to it. You need help. You need help from some outside source. Or you may feel that you need help from okay? You may feel that you need, and the doctors may feel that you need help from the outside source. So therefore, they will get some type of medication like metformin or whatever. So here's what it means to be a diabetic. It means that you are being so resistant to the most important hormone in the body, you are slowly, you are cooking a lot faster than what you should. What do you mean cooking? Aging. The higher the number, the more sugar you have stuck to your hemoglobin. What's hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is the life that you breathe. And you've got sugar that's affected, literally choking the life. It's really what it's doing. It's really choking the life out of you. The more sticky stuff that you have stuck to your hemoglobin, the oxygen that you breathe, remember we talked about that. It means the faster you're aging. It means the faster you're glycating. It means the faster you're rusting. It means the faster you're checking out of here. It means the faster you gotta take your room. That's what it means. The higher the number is for a very long period of time. So they can predict how long you live based on this number. And you go and like you really just you had a guy like Gilberry and you basically look at your medical report and it can tell you how long you expect to live. And this number is a key part of it. The insulin resistant means it means that if the food that you just ate from the energy, the food that you just ate, it cannot get into your cells. So as a result, you stay tired. It means your energy is jacked up. It means to be insulin resistant or to have metabolic syndrome or is means your metabolism is jacked up, meaning the way that you process energy is no longer functioning as it should. So as a result, you always get tired because your body doesn't know how to process the energy. So you always got sugar cravings. Why do you have sugar cravings? It's because your body wants energy. And where do you get quick energy? Oh yeah, sugar. Right? You're hungry, you're tired, you got sugar cravings. Why? Oh, because insulin can't do its job. Oh, that's why you have all these cravings. Because insulin cannot do its job, which is job is to put the energy into the cells so that you can have energy, so that you can move your body. That's how serious diabetes is. It's a silent assassin. You're resistant to the most important hormone in the body. So let's sum all this up. If you're diabetic, meaning the higher the number is, the faster you're checking out. The higher the number is, the faster you're getting away from it. Right? As soon as mine got to a six, mine got to a 6.5. When mine got to a 6.5, I got my diagnosis. I was like, that's it. That's it. It's time to change. It's time to change. So this is what I have to do. Let me get my pen. Here's what it means. You have to take a blood sugar shower. If you want to get your number back to the ideal range of 4.9 to 5.3, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to take a blood sugar shower. You're going to do that. Well, what the hell is a blood sugar shower, Charlie? This goes, this is the work that we're going to talk about. But before we move on, I want to make sure that you understand what this number means. This means this. The higher the number is, the faster you're checking out. Right? Like my sister passed away at 55 years old. Passed away at the age of 55 with complications from diabetes. That's how you have it. And as a result, that's what you complications. So when I tell you folks that the higher the number is, it's literally choking your life out. That's literally what it is. Why people leave here 20 years too soon, 20, 30 years too soon. So this is making sense to y'all folks. I want y'all to put a health, yes, in the chat. The word health, yes, in the chat, folks. This is making sense to you. Health, yes. This is making sense. Yeah, health, yes. Health, yes. Let me see. This is making sense. If you're gonna now take this number seriously, you understand what a hemoglobin A1C is, and we're gonna talk about next how to get it to the ideal range. Right? The ideal range. That's next. Put it on the board. Health, yes. Health, yes. Yeah, health, yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Martin. Health, yes. Yeah. I just made it in. You made it in just in time. Health, yes. Health, yes. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. For everybody that's saying health, yes, check it out. If you want to know how you've been managing this number, if you want to know if you've been taking this number actually seriously, or if you've just been playing around with it, you go take a 20 quiz in my bio. Check it out. Check it out. Show you how to get it. Let me show you how to get it. Check it out right here. Click right up here, and then click on my picture again. Click on my picture again, and check it out. Oh, here it is right here. Boom. Right there. Right there. This one, folks, is like Disney World for diabetic. You're suffering from insulin resistance. You're suffering from all the high blood sugar. This link, folks, is like Disney World. Okay? Check it out. The quiz right here. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take to go and understand and learn your diabetes management style. Like, oh, you're doing a great job managing this number, or you're doing a terrible job managing the number. And this quiz will either reveal you or expose you. So you got to find out what. Don't take that quiz, folks. So that's the quiz that you can take. There's some things that you can do. You take the quiz. The next thing is the master class. Now, look, the master class is absolutely free. It's a free master class, 45 minutes. 45-minute master class where I break down the freedom formula. Peaceful mind, active body, clean, and right? How do you use your lifestyle as a medicine? This is that right here. It's a free master class. All you gotta pay is attention. It's 45 minutes. All you gotta do. Number 3, a PDF PDF. There's a PDF right here. It's absolutely free. Same thing as the master. You can read it, right? But then here's where it starts getting serious. Here's where it starts getting serious. We start up in the ante from people who are really serious about change. It is a 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. I'm challenging you to step outside of your comfort zone for 14 days. Now, this is not for everybody. It's only for people who are ready to take control of their blood sugar. Like you raise your hand and you say, listen, Kelley, I've tried everything and nothing has worked, and I'm starting to believe that I'm going to be stuck this way forever, Kelley. Then that's you. Then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. You say, listen, I've been on this blood sugar roller coaster for many years, and I'm trying to get off, and I can't get off. Help me get off, Kelley. How do I get off? Well, if that's you. If you're ready for change, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge right here, where we are breaking down, we're myth busting in this. It's a 2-week challenge. It's you follow this blueprint, it's like so many other people have done. Over 200 people have joined this challenge. You follow this blueprint. We're talking about all nutrition. Follow that blueprint, and boom. Yeah. 14 days, folks, but it's only for the series. And then finally, for my folks who are ready to go beyond the challenge, that's there as well. Right? So everything is free. Everything is free on the page. The quiz, the master class, the PDF, but the challenge, I charge you for the challenge. You can charge for the challenge because there's real people getting real results in the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Like I said, if you raise your hand and say, I'm insulin resistant, I've had insulin resistance for many, many years, so I need help. I tried everything, nothing is working. That's you. And you doing that. It's $99 to join that challenge, but use the discount code. Use the discount code shower. So we take a blood sugar. I'm gonna tell you how to fix this one next. Use that discount code shower. You're joining the challenge for $79. Join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If you're serious about change, you should join that challenge. All right, here we go. Any questions on that? Let's see if I missed any questions. I have hypoglycemia. Okay, got it. You're in the right place still. How did you get there to do that to that page? You click right up here, and then you click on my picture again, and it'll take you to that link. It'll take you to that link. So click here, click on my picture again. It'll take you to that link right under my picture. All right, let's see if I missed anything. All right, let's talk about how to fix this thing, folks. Let's do it. What beans are healthy? We're going to talk about beans that's clean eating. We're going to talk about clean eating a little bit later. How can I build right blood cells? Build your immune system. So your immune system is also white blood cells. Right? You're like a father. They protect. They say, show me some infection and I can kill it. Right? Show me some infection, I'll kill it. It all starts with your lifestyle as well. So let's talk about it. What is the ideal range? How do we now do I know that my blood sugar is high? How do I give my number to the ideal range? 4.9 to 5.3. Now that I know what it is, how do I get it to the ideal range? 4.9 to 5.3. Well, this is the most often neglected form of healing that there is, folks. You want to know what it's called? It's called lifestyle medicine. This is the most neglected form of healing that there is, but it's the most powerful form of healing that there is. People always ask me, hey, Kelley, how did you lose the weight, man? Hey, Kelley, how did you reverse diabetes, man? Hey, Kelley, how did you reverse, man? Well, I just maintained my pace. This is the medicine that I took. This medicine, I can't prescribe you this medication. The doctor cannot prescribe you this medication. Your friends and family, they cannot prescribe you this medication. If everyone gets your A1C, back to the ideal range of 4.9 to 5.3. That's where you want it, somewhere around 5-ish. Let's say somewhere around 5-ish. Good number, 5-ish. Okay? There's some work that you're gonna have to do. And this is the part of the point, this is the part where people check out and there's some people like you'll see the numbers start to get right. I say what it is, watch this. You gotta maintain your pace. This is the work you have to do, watch. Maintain your PACE. It is an acronym. It is an acronym that says you maintain your pace, having a peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep. You master these areas. That A1C, it will go back to the normal range. Just like it did for me, just like it does for everybody else. You've seen this before. This is not the first time you've heard people reversing diabetes and bringing their A1C down. You do that thing as little as 2 weeks. Like a coach. I can't prescribe you these meds. The doctor can't prescribe you these meds. Your parents can't prescribe you these meds. Your mom, your dad, your kids, your grandma, your grandpa, your friend. Nobody can prescribe you this medication. The only person is you. First part of the formula. Gotta before we get back. Whoever's on to the doctor or who's ever taking their medication and their numbers are good and they've been taking their medication. But here's what happens. Like what happens? Put it in the chat, folks. What happens when you stop taking medication? Like what happens to your blood sugar and all that stuff? Like what happens? Stop, stop, metformins and all that. What happens to your blood sugar? You got it down using medication. Who can tell me what happens? The levels go crazy. Spike. Goes back up. Goes up. My A1C is all over. It's always over that. Yeah. Yeah. It spikes like crazy. Yeah. Uh-huh. Why it spikes like crazy? I don't know why it goes back up. Here's why it's very, very simple. It's because you weren't maintaining your pace. These are the only meds. This is why 4 years later, people see you and they say, "Kelley, take your shot." After they see you all the way, their shot, they shot. Why? They shot. They expected the weight to go back up. So people see you now, they're like feeling shocked. Like, dude, you looking good, man. Well, it's because I've been maintaining my pace. What you're gonna have to do. All the work that you're gonna have to do. The first part of the formula. If you ever wanted to get your A1C back to a 4.9, you gotta have a peaceful mind. First part of the formula. Cortisol, stress hormone. So when you get stressed out, guess what happens? Your body releases cortisol. Your body releases adrenaline. And it's like a domino effect. So when you get stressed out, when you get ready to fight a bear, it's like you get ready to fight a bear, you get ready to fight a lion, or you get ready to fight a tiger. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. You get ready to fight a tiger. Your body's gonna go into fight or flight. You're gonna get a shot of adrenaline. You're gonna get a shot of cortisol. And as a result, your liver's gonna say, whoa, you're gonna wake up and say, whoa, we're getting ready to fight. So, more blood sugar. You take this blood sugar, the energy, blood sugar energy, you release more energy. So we can have energy So where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. So where blood sugar goes, so I'm saying, where blood sugar goes, insulin follows it. So if you're already insulin, you're already too stressed. This is why your blood sugar. This is why your blood sugar is staying high. Could be why you can't lose the weight. Stress. The stress factor. After you finish fighting a lion, your stress level is supposed to go back down. Like that's how you go back down. Ooh, like the coast is clear, your body calms down. But here's the thing: when you're chronically stressed, it feels like you're always fighting a lion. You always fighting a lion. Now you always got cortisol. Now you always got high blood sugar, and now you always got high insulin. So your insulin, your blood sugar goes follow. That's it. So you got to figure out ways to manage your stress. Think about stress. You cannot control what's going on in the outside back of the world. The definition of stress is one thing to be different than they are right now in this present moment. But here's the thing: you can't control what's going on in the outside. You can't even control your kids. You can't control the weather. You can't control the traffic. You can't control none of that. All you can control is your mind. Your own thoughts, your own actions, and your own. How do we better manage stress? Here's what I recommend. 3 M's. Meditation, mindfulness, meet with your kids. And again, what do I recommend? What do I recommend for stress management? The 3 M's. Meditation, mindfulness, meet with your therapist. Okay? Folks, that's the prescription for that part. And that's the part you got to prescribe to yourself. Each one of these areas, I'm going to give you a part where you got to have a prescription that you got to write for yourself. If you ever wanted to get your numbers back to that ideal range of 4.9 to 5.3, that's the number. Check it out. The next part of the formula, that you got to prescribe to yourself. I can't prescribe this. Nobody can prescribe you this. This is the one that people hate the most. This is the one they say, you had me until you said it. Active. I'm like, hell no, bro. Hell no, bro. Hey, I'm not doing that. You actually asked me to do it. Is it possible you're allergic to movement, activity? Is it possible to be allergic to activity? I'm a health coach. I do this all the time. People hate moving their body. People hate it. But if you ever want to get your number back to a 4.9 to a 5.3, you might want to think about prescribing yourself to having an active body. What the hell does that mean? Active body. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensity movement. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensity movement. Moderate intensity movement. Well, it means that kind of like that area where you're pushing just hard enough. You're not overdoing it, but you're pushing just hard enough. Think of it like this: if you're on a treadmill, that means that you can talk, but you can't sing. If you're on a treadmill, you can talk. This is if you're at the gym, right? Of course, you're on a treadmill. You look over, you see a young lady, you talk to her, like, hey, how's it going? Talk to her, you can sing to her, you can sing a lullaby to her, and that is not moderate. You can talk, but you can't sing. It's kind of like that little gray area right there. That's moderate intensity. uh, 30 minutes a day. Now, I'm not saying you got to go out and be a world class athlete. No, I ain't saying you got to go out and be a world class athlete. But I am saying you got to go out and be active, folks. Move your body. Why is it so important to move your body? Well, it's so important to move your body. It's a connection between high blood sugar. Here's why it's so important to move your body. Every one of the 4.9 connection. Moving your body, muscles and blood sugar are like a match made in heaven. They're like a perfect match. Like a little piece of the TV. It's like forming Voltron. I remember in the 1980s, instant when Voltron, so when it comes to feeding blood sugar, high blood sugar, activity, also hungry. What are they hungry for? They're hungry for the same stuff that you got too much of. What is that? Oh yeah, blood sugar. That's why they tell you to go for a walk. And go for a walk. Do some kind of activity. So that your muscles can soak up all of that glucose and the food that you can take, the blood sugar. So therefore, you don't even have to use that. It's the only time that your body does not have to give permission for insulin. Remember I said insulin, the most important hormone in the body. Everything goes through insulin. Everything. Except for when you're moving your body. When you're moving your body and you're moving your muscles, that is the only exception to that rule. Because muscles are that hungry and they need the energy now so that they can bypass the insulin. Like we don't even need to use insulin to uptake this energy that you're giving us. Thank you. The muscles are like, thank you. So this, folks, is why it's important to move your body. Why it's important to provide yourself 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensive movement. Listen, you do that 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, that means you still get weekends off. Like today, you have a weekend off. If you already did your 5 days, you like, oh, weekends. You know what I'm saying, folks? This is why it's very important to describe yourself active, being an active body. Again, it doesn't have to be anything vigorous. It could be hanging out with your girlfriend, you guys going out for a walk, you could be playing with your kids in the backyard, wrestle with your kids, all kinds of stuff. Frisbee with your kids. Again, whatever. You can go for a fun TikTok thing, like whatever the latest trend is, all of the new trends, dance, move your body, something that feels good to you. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. We'll throw some weights in there too, though. A couple days a week. But yeah, the whole thing. All right, the next part, get your numbers back to the right range of 4.9 to 5.3. You ever had thoughts of getting your numbers back to 4.9 to 5.3? This is the one right here that you gotta, talking about getting it. You gotta dial in on it. You gotta dial in on it. You know, like you seriously ever wanted to get your number back to a 4.9 to a 5.3? That's what you raise your hand and say, yeah, that's me. You want to do that, Kelley. There's a lot of things that could be harming your health. A lot of things that can cause your blood sugar to drop. But it's predominantly what you're eating. Predominantly what you're eating that's causing your blood sugar to rise. Now, clean eating. Here's the thing about clean eating. I want you to remember this thing. Write this in down. Jot this in down. Get yourself a pen right now and write this in down. This is going to be the best. This is going to change your life. When I heard this, it's changed my whole life. When it comes to defeating diabetes, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, whatever. When the diet is wrong, medication is of no use. But when the diet is correct, medication is of no use. When the diet is wrong, medication is of no use. But when the diet is correct, medication is of no use. Very, very controversial topic, folks. Something where politics, religion, nutrition is highly debated. If you don't believe me, how highly debated nutrition is, check this out. Which do you prefer? Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie? Here we go. Put it in the chat, folks. Is it pumpkin pie or is it sweet potato pie? It's one or the other. I know a lot of people want to say both, you know what I mean? But either you want to say, but is it a pumpkin pie or is it sweet potato pie? Oh, let me see. Let me see what we got here. Pumpkin pie, okay. All right. Okay, sweet potato. Either. Sweet potato. Pumpkin. Potato. Sweet potato pie. Sweet potatoes are winning today. Sweet potato. Sweet potato. Whoa. Sweet potatoes taking over today. Clean eating. I do that. Pumpkin. Okay, got a pumpkin. Okay. Sweet potatoes dominate today. Oh. Sweet potato. Pumpkin. Sweet potato. Whoa. It's usually 50-50. Sweet potatoes are still winning today. If I had to pick sweet potato, oh, sweet potato. Pumpkin. Okay. So this is unusual, folks. Usually a 50-50 race. But today, it is sweet potato. Clear winner. Clear winner. But that is a highly debated topic. And if we're going to get into a debate, if somebody brings pumpkin pie to the party, if somebody brings sweet potato pie to the party, you guys are going to get into a big debate about what the hell kind of pie is. You know what I mean? What the hell is a pumpkin pie? What is a sweet potato pie? Sweet potato pie. So here's the thing, folks. Clean eating is this. My version of it. Real, whole, unprocessed food that you possibly can. Right? Something that is real, whole, unprocessed food as much as possible. You don't have to be perfect. 80 to 90% of the time. What does that mean? Right? What does that mean? That means something that was grown from a plant, something that had a plant, something that was having roots, something that maybe once had, something that once had dirt on it. Whatever protein source that you choose, like I said, it's a big debate. Nutrition is a big debate. I used to tell people what to eat, but now today I just say, listen, or do whatever you do, but here's the option. Whatever you want to do, so whatever protein, so whether it's chicken, or it's turkey, or it's tomato, or it's fish, or it's tofu, or it's eggs, steak, just make sure it's clean soup. We're not talking about processed food. Processed foods are not clean food. Meat included, processed meat. You know what the processed food is, all the cookies and crackers, cakes and ice cream and all that stuff. You know about all that. What we don't know the process is a process. Things like salami and hot dogs and oh yeah, bacon. Bacon, bacon folks is what is called a processed meat. You don't want to eat bacon. It's a group 1% of turkey bacon included. You don't want to drink bacon. I mean, eat bacon. You don't want to eat bacon. You don't want to eat sausage. You don't want to eat that. That is not good. And for my Louisiana folks, boudin. You don't want to eat boudin. Okay? So when we talk about the process, we move 1%. So vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains, beans, aka beans, chicken, salmon, tofu, chicken, eggs, eat the clean. Other stuff will stay away from the processed things, all of the chips, cookies, and ice cream. Now, it's not about being perfect, it's about what you do most that matters most. What you do most of the time that matters most. Now, we're going to cover more on clean eating coming up in a little bit. That's coming up next. But right now, so we're going to fly through that one. But the last part, we'll come back to clean eating, don't worry. We're going to do a whole big old thing on that. The last part of the formula is everyone gets your number back to 4.9 or 5.3. I'll tell you folks, it ain't gonna lower this. It ain't gonna lower itself. You're gonna have to do some work. And I know you don't want to hear that, but you just do it. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You gotta get some effective what? Effective what do you think this is? Effective what? That's part of the formula. To maintain your pace. Having a peaceful mind, having an active body, clean eating, effective what? Get our number back to 4.9 or 5.3. We said that's what we want, right? That's what we want, right? 4.9. I'm gonna get my number there, Kelley. Okay. I tell you, there's gonna be some work that's involved. See, that's it. Okay. Now, why the hell is sleep so damn important? You're like, well, why is sleep? People always ask me, Kelley, well, what does sleep have to do with it? I talk to people every day. They're like, Kelley, well, what does sleep have to do with it? Well, it has to do with a lot. It has a lot to do with your A1C. Sleep is when your body recovers. Sleep is when your body, you just got restored. Like your whole body is like rebooted. You wake up the next day feeling like all the processes are good and all the everything's functioning as it should. Like a well-oiled machine. Because you got the proper rest. Your body reboots itself. Okay. And even when you lose weight, people who lose a lot of weight, like I did, you see, I lost a bunch of weight. I was obese. And now I'm not obese anymore, but where the hell is the weight go? Where did it go? Oh, yeah. So when you breathe at night, when you sleep, breathe out, that's where the fat goes. So literally leave your body through your CO2 at night. Breath out when you sleep. It's when your body does a whole bunch of other stuff. All the hormones that go on, rapid eye movement, certain times of the night, your body's doing certain things. So when your brain needs the most blood, your brain needs the most blood when you sleep. It's like an energy hog. At nighttime when you sleep, like all the energy, all the blood goes to the brain. It's already an energy hog, but it's a real big energy hog. So you need 6 to 9 hours of effective sleep. If you don't get enough effective sleep, you're gonna wake up the very next day more insulin resistant. You're gonna wake up the next day more hungry. You're gonna wake up, you're hungry. You're gonna wake up the next day and you're all hungry. Right? All because you didn't enough sleep. Right? So that's called stress. So check it out. Here's how this works. You can cancel each other out. You can definitely stand out. So if you ever want to get your number back to the ideal range, effective sleep is a big part. Here's why. Because if you don't get effective sleep, it's called the whole domino effect. The whole domino effect of high blood sugar. High blood sugar goes crazy when you don't get enough sleep. How can high blood sugar go crazy when I don't get enough? How can my blood sugar go higher because I didn't get enough sleep? Okay, we'll check this out. Also, remember I said it called your body is perfectly wired. Perfect sync. So when you get poor sleep, that's a stressor. That's a stressor in the body, poor sleep. So as a result, what happens when you get stressed? Oh yeah, your peaceful mind goes out the window. That peaceful mind, remember we talked about that earlier? It goes out the window. Cortisol kicks in, adrenaline kicks in, blood sugar. All right, remember what we said about blood sugar? When blood sugar goes, what follows? Let's see if y'all remember. When blood sugar goes, what follows? You know, the prove that. Okay? You've been here since for a little while. When blood sugar goes, what follows? Who remembers? There it is. Insulin. Where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. So that is why effective sleep is that important. So if you ever wanted to get your number back to this ideal range, it's just a whole big old circle. This is the work you're gonna have to do. Look at that. Look how it's all tied together. Here's my number. Yeah, I got it. Here's what I gotta do. Here's what you gotta do. That's honorable mention. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. And then we'll go. And then I'm gonna tell you everything you gotta do. The last one that gets honorable mention, folks. You gotta maintain your pace, peaceful mind, active body, clean eating. Only you can prescribe yourself this medication. And the last category is substance abuse. Okay? Now this is everybody, this is the one where people do not like me on this. People are like, oh, you had me until you said that. Okay, maybe I can maybe I can use that effective sleep. But alcohol will give you another. They're like, hell no. But I'm here to tell you folks, if you are suffering from insulin resistance, if that's you, if you're suffering from insulin resistance, if that's you, then alcohol is not your friend. It's not your friend. It's not anybody's friend, but it's, if you have insulin, if you're insulin resistant, it's especially not your friend. If you have high blood sugar, it's especially not your friend. Why? Because it's a toxin. It's a toxin. Your body has that liver, your liver has to stop producing blood sugar to go handle the alcohol because alcohol is going to take priority over it. Your liver is like, let me get this out of here. So remember that blood sugar that gets released from your blood from your liver? Well, we can't do that anymore. It has to stop doing that. And as a result, your blood sugar goes down because your body is too busy worrying about basically fighting off the bad guy. I gotta fight off the bad guy. I gotta stop tending to all this stuff right now to go fight the bad guy. I gotta go protect my family. Insulin. It's like this is what the liver is like. I gotta go protect my family. You got toxin in it. Substance abuse. Alcohol is out of your now steroids cause you to come into, well, I get it. There's things like that happens from time to time. Steroids cause someone to come into, I get it. But other than that, here is how you can insert this. So that's the thing, folks. You're not trapped. You're not trapped by having type 2 diabetes. You're not trapped by having you're not trapped. Smoking too. Smoking as well. Smoking goes in that category. Smoking goes in the substance abuse category as well. Because you do not consider smoking. Yes. So I'm telling you what I'm trying to tell you is you're not trapped. You're just loyal to your preferences. It's a simple equation. It's like I was loyal to my preference. How you get rid of diabetes? Get rid of diabetes, type 2 diabetes, shall I say. You get rid of that, you bring your number back down to the 4.9 to the 5.3. You have to show up every day this week. You show up, you do the work, and you do it again tomorrow. Show up, do the work, do it again tomorrow. So that's it, folks. Are there any questions on how or what it is that you got to do? This is the work that you're gonna have to do. You can take medication until you're blue in the face. You can take medication until you're blue in the face. You take the metformins, you can take the glipizide, you can take all of that stuff and take food and bag all of it, just like this pen. But it doesn't matter how much medication you take. If your diet and lifestyle is not correct, it won't matter. My mom took a whole bunch of medication. I took a whole medicine cabinet full of medication. My mother still passed away from a heart attack 6 years ago. All due to medication to you do in the face. So when the diet is wrong, medication is of no use. And the diet is correct, medication is of no use. So it should always be both. Lifestyle first, medication second. Lifestyle first, medication second. Now, this is making sense to y'all on what you gotta do, what the work that is required to get your number to the 4.9 and the 5.2, and to keep it there, like we talked about earlier, to keep it there for many years, or forever, forever. We watch the same lot. How long does that dog got to stay back in that backyard? Forever. Ain't up in the backyard. Forever. Seen the same lot. So this is it, folks. If this is making sense to y'all, I want y'all to put a healthy yes in the chat. Put a healthy yes in the chat. If this is making sense to y'all on what it is, the work that you're going to have to do. If this is making sense to y'all, here's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to go here. Yep, put it healthy yes. Yep, yep. I want y'all to go here, folks. And I want you to register for that master class. There's a master class. You can right here. Look at this. This master class right here. This link, folks, I told you it's like Disney World for folks, for Disney World for diabetes. Folks. You got insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, gestational diabetes, PCOS, whatever. This is the page where you want to be. Here it is, the master class right here. 45-minute master class, folks. The free master class. In this master class, I break down this whole formula, but I break it down a lot. So, peaceful mind, having a peaceful mind. I give you tactics and peaceful mind in the master class. I give you tactics and active body. I give you tactics and clean eating. And I give you tactics and effective sleep. Folks, this is how you gotta maintain your pace. You just gotta keep on going. You just gotta maintain it. Just keep on going. All right? It's all for that. How do I get my A1C 4.9, 5.3? Oh yeah, I gotta maintain my pace. And how do I maintain my pace? Oh yeah, I have a peaceful mind, I have an active body, I clean eating, effective sleeping, and then cutting out the alcohol, getting rid of the substance abuse. All right? You maintain your pace. You can do that. You can do this, and you can bring your A1C down 2 points. And people have brought their A1C down on my program, on my 14-day challenge. As little as 14 days, you actually do it longer than that. 14 days. That's the master class, folks. But here it is, right here. The 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. The blood sugar reset challenge is only for people who are serious about change. If you are ready to take control of your blood sugar, if you say, Kelley, listen, I can't remember the last time I felt energy just running through my body. Like somebody said that they're tired. They've been tired. If you can't remember the last time you just felt real energy just running through your body, then you should want to switch to the blood sugar reset challenge. What are we doing? It's 14 days. It is a blueprint that says if you follow this blueprint, like so many other people have done for 14 days, we're streamlining it. We're just doing all nutrition. 14 days, we're streamlining nutrition, recipes, all this stuff that you got to do. All you got to do is show up, do the work, do it again tomorrow. You show up, you do the work, you do it again tomorrow, your A1C will start to go down in as little as 2 weeks. How do I know that? It's because many people have done it. People have gone from an 8 to a 6, going from a 7.1 to a 5.7. I just joined the challenge. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for doing that 14-day challenge. Somebody was serious about change. They got to the point where they want to get their A1C. They want their A1C to drop because it's not going to drop by itself. I promise you. Continue to do what you've been doing. What do you think the chances of your A1C dropping? It may drop if you're taking the medication. It may, like we talked about earlier. But what happens when you stop? What happens when you stop? Back up. You want to break that cycle. You want to get your life back. You want to hang out with your kids a little while longer. Hang out with me for 2 weeks. You join this 14-day month. 14, it's 14 days, $99. But if you use that discount code, shower, there's a blueprint. Use the discount code shower. You join the challenge for $79. It's a blueprint. You follow the blueprint. Mental resistance for diabetes, basal diabetes, erectile dysfunction, any form of insulin resistance. You are suffering from that. If that is you, then you should join this 14-day without sugar. Right? That's where it is, folks. What else is there? For folks who are ready to go beyond the challenge. If you've gone beyond the challenge, if you finish the 14 days and you're ready to go beyond the challenges, folks. 8 week transformation. When we go through the whole formula. Peaceful mind, active body, clean, effective. That's where we go through the whole gamut. Right? There you go. Peaceful mind, active body, clean, effective. Those who always finish the challenge. Let's see. But if you want to join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, you use that discount code SHOWER. Like I said, but if you're not ready yet, if you're not ready to you're not ready to step outside of your comfort zone yet. And I get it. A lot of people are not ready to step outside of their comfort zone right now. Yeah. So the thing hasn't gotten bad enough. And I get it. I get why you don't want to step outside of your comfort zone. Because the comfort zone is a beautiful place. I get it. It's a beautiful place. I'm going to tell you, the only thing that grows in your comfort zone is stress. That's the only thing that grows in your comfort zone is regret. We're gonna get that's what the two challenges about getting you outside of your comfort zone. And by the end of that, you'll be like, whoa, what the heck have I been doing for the last 20 years? Because that's how powerful this is. So let's get to the question, folks. You want to join that challenge? You can go shower. You join that challenge for $79 if you're ready. Questions, folks. It's Q&A time, folks. What kind of Q&A questions do you have? Any related to this? You want to spend it's 10, 15, however long the questions come in. Try to get to all the questions. Whatever questions that you have, throw them in the chat. Can I start taking metformin? You think start taking your metformin? That's between you and your doctor. I'm not your doctor. I can tell you your metformin. Okay. I can't really get off of it. If you come hang out with me and we're just eating food, that's all we're doing. We're just eating real food. Your blood sugar is going to go down naturally. You're going to bring it down naturally. Your doctor will call and say, like, hey, doc, I've been hanging out with you for a little while. It was clean. And as a result, my blood sugar is going down. What do you call this medication? All this medicine. Yeah, that's folks. Any other questions? Okay. What about sweet potatoes? What about sweet potatoes? Sweet potatoes are good. Yes, sweet potatoes are good, but you got to know how to eat these things. That's what we're going to talk about right now, clean eating. So there's no questions on the work that you're going to have to do to get your A1C back to this normal range. Don't stop your meds without food. That's exactly it. Exactly what I just said. I'm not your doctor. When I tell you that people have joined my challenge and they get taken off they're off their medication, I didn't take them off their medication after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks of hanging out with me in the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, I didn't take them off their medication. The doctor took them off their medication. doctor took them off their medication or reduced their medication. I didn't do that. They didn't do that. They got approval from their doctor. But when they hung out with me, all we did was change their nutrition. As simple as that, folks. So you're not trapped. When it comes to diabetes, folks, when it comes to insulin resistance, you're not trapped. I see you, man. Shout out to you. You're not trapped, folks. You're just loyal to your preferences. That's why diabetes is persistent. In one of these areas, the answers in some of these areas right here. Like, well, this is happening, I thought you did this, that. We'll find the answers. Answers in one of these areas. There's somewhere. So, the preference. So, you may prefer to watch Netflix. Hey, or you may prefer to just eat whatever you want. Your preference. But here's the thing: diabetes doesn't care who you are. Diabetes doesn't care about anything. Either you become the boss of your lifestyle, or diabetes will become the boss of you. I'll say that again. Either you become the boss of your lifestyle, or diabetes will become the boss of you. Simple as that. It doesn't care who you are. It will win. If you do not change your lifestyle, if you do not maintain your pace, again, you can take all the medication that you want, but it really won't matter because you didn't get down to the root cause of it. First, I love the shirt. Thank you. I need information on the master plan. You click that link in my bio and it'll show you where everything is. First, I love the shirt. Second, thank you for sharing your nutrition advice. I have diabetes. Quite welcome. If you have diabetes, if that's what you're struggling with insulin resistance, high blood sugar, then you should go that blood sugar reset. We are flipping the whole, right? We are flipping the script. That's what we're doing. Flipping the whole script on diabetes. Diabetes is a very easy condition to get, and it's also a very easy condition to get. Here's where everything is, folks. Click right up here. Click on my picture again, and do me a favor and share this live out with anybody that you know that is struggling with this condition. Here's where everything is. Thank you kindly. They said they love the page. But here it is. Click right here. This, folks, I'm telling you, it's like I built this page because I was a diabetic. I know what it feels like to have diabetes. I know what it feels like to have heart disease. Okay, I know what it feels like. So I built this page, with that in mind. I built the page for the guy that I used to be. If I built the page for the guy I was 5, 6 years ago, that in 2019, this page is for him. And if you're suffering from the same thing that he was, sounds like you are, insulin resistant, high blood sugar, type 2 diabetes, all that stuff. We'll take the quiz. It's a 2-minute quiz. Okay. The master class. That's what we're doing, folks. And then the challenge right here. Here's what the challenge is. Like, where's the challenge? So the quiz is free. The master class is free. All you got to do is pay attention. The challenge is for my series. You got to the point where change is just desired. Where it's downright necessary. Like when the pain has gotten too much, like somebody said it out, they had to have some kind of heart attack to do a big action. Other than that, they don't take action. Most people won't take action. But if you raise your hand and say, Kelley, yeah, that's me. I'm suffering from insulin resistance, Kelley. I've had this thing for many years. I'm tired of the blood sugar spikes. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the low blood sugar. I want my energy back, Kelley. I can't really relax. Energy running in my body. If that is you, then you should go to school to that blood sugar. I know. There's a blueprint. If you follow this blueprint, here's everything you get, you get a lot of good stuff. You do that. Basically boot camp for your blood sugar. You follow that blueprint, just like everybody else has, over 200 people have. You follow that blueprint, you're going to get the similar results day day. Now, you still have diabetes at the end of the week? Yeah, probably. Some people, they hit their number under. Some people's numbers are so high that they get it down to like a 1 in 2 weeks. Some people have lowered their A1C from a 8 to 2. Some people have gone from a 7.1 to a 5.7. A1C, crazy number. Why? Because it's a I know how the body works. Okay, I did the same stuff that I did. I put into this 14-day challenge. You want to go that challenge? So why is it called shower? Because you're going to be taking a blood sugar shower. This is how you take a blood sugar shower. You're literally knocking blood sugar. Like, why? Like, how can you lower your A1C in 14 days? Doesn't it take 3 months? For the overall picture, yeah, it does. It takes 3 months. In the short term, those new hemoglobin that are being produced every day, new red blood cells are being produced every single day. And when those new blood cells are being reproduced, you want those to have as little sugar on them as possible. So now, little sugar is possible. Right, based on your lifestyle, aka taking a shower, knocking the blood sugar off, and like 2 hours, knock all the sugar off. Every day you take a blood sugar shower. Every day you're taking a blood sugar shower. Day 1, you're taking a shower. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Next thing you know, you keep doing that day after day. After 14 days, you have less blood sugar on that new hemoglobin that was created. So that goes to the overall picture. That is why people A1C go from an 8 to a 6 in 14 days. From a 7.1 to a 5.7 in 3 days. Imagine what happens. They've got like another 2 to 3 months, 2 months or so, to see the overall picture. But yeah, you'll still have diabetes after 2 weeks. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you're going to put a big damn dent in it. You're going to put a huge dent in it in 2 weeks. You hang out with me, folks, I promise you, your life will never be the same. I promise you it won't. But only if that's you. If you're ready for change, you can get a discount from the shower for that. But if it's not you, it's not going to be for you because it is a challenge. It is only for people who are serious. You get in there and you say, hey, I thought that I was serious. The most people aren't as serious as they think they are. I've got to be honest with you. Most people are not as serious as they think they are. How do I know this? Because I'm a coach. I talk to people every day. Especially when I go to the VA. I used to be in the military. When I go to the VA and I tell my story there, and they're like, hey, listen, I got diabetes too. Everybody at the VA has neck amputated. And it's not from the war. It's from diabetes. I say, Kelley, how did you reverse that, man? Hey, how do I do that? I want to do that. I want to get off of these meds. And I tell them, this is what you got to do. And okay, that's what you want to do. I'll tell them, this is what you got to do. Maintain their face. They'll be like, yeah, I don't think I want it as bad as I said. Have a nice day, Kelley. I don't think that I want it as bad as I said that. Now, they won't say that, but the actions will tell you that that's what they want. That means they didn't want it as bad as they said it. Because they had to get outside of their comfort zone. But here's the thing. Everything that you want and don't have is outside of your comfort zone. Everything that you want, you want your number to get to 4.9 or 5.3. Well, 4.9 to a 5.3 is outside of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to step outside of your comfort zone and embrace it. That's what you're gonna have to do. Step outside of your comfort zone and embrace it. Only way that you're gonna get to 4.9 to 5.3. Until then, You're just gonna keep on going in that merry-go-round, merry-go-round, merry-go-round. How goes, folks? Let's see. Let's see. Questions. Let's see. Let's see if we missed anything. How to get rid of diabetes? We just did it. That's what we talked about. It's actually pretty simple to get rid of diabetes. You have to know the correct information. I have to disagree with you on that one, Jason. Hey, you can't just know the information. Because here's the thing: knowledge without action is just entertainment. There's a big gap between knowing and doing. And we say, yeah, my cousin and my other cousins refuse to try anything. All right, but they get money from the government, and that's what I'm saying. There's a big gap between knowing and doing. Yeah, I just want my cousin to come back in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, your cousin can do it. Your cousin can blow your doctor's mind in 3 weeks. They want to put it in work, they can blow the doctor's mind as little as 3 weeks. Like, 3 weeks, you put a big dent in it. 2 weeks, you hang out with me. We're gonna put a big dent in it in 2 weeks. That's what we're gonna do. All right, let's see. Any other questions? There's a lot of questions. Is it possible to go your A1 from A1C from 7.2 to a normal range? Absolutely, it is. That's what you got to do. You have to do some work though. Thank you. Like your shirt. I appreciate it. I like your shirt. Thank you very much. A cool shirt in that picture, Alice. Yeah. Here we go. So now let's talk about folks. People ask about eating. Let's talk about what the hell is clean eating? Well, now that we know what we got to do, now we know the work that we're going to have to do. Again, this is the work that most people won't do though, because it's outside of their comfort zone. But the second you can realize that you're not trapped with diabetes. I'm going to say it again. You're not trapped. I'm going to keep on saying. You're not trapped with type 2 diabetes. Type 1, okay, yeah, I get it. But type 2 diabetes, you're not trapped. Just preferences. Most people don't want it as bad as they say that they do. Just like I told you, I go to the VA and I tell the people what they got to do. They're like, no, I don't think I like that idea. Right? Have a nice day. I'll take the information, bro, but I am not doing any of that. Hey, I'd rather take these things. Most people have it. I'm telling you. Diabetes doesn't care. You have a high A1C, 14, 15, 11, 12, whatever. You sleep under the road. Diabetes doesn't care. Let's break down this clean eating plate, folks. Let's go to the next topic. Clean eating. This is the fun one. This is a part of maintaining your pace. Get that number back to 4.9. I said there's predominantly a lot of things that could be, there's a lot of things that could be harming your health. But it's predominantly what you are eating. Predominantly what you're eating. The food noise and sugar cravings are so bad. How do you get past it? Well, you gotta train your body. You gotta train your body. Hang out with me for 2 weeks, 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. You do it 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, in a week. On the challenge. In the challenge. After a week, the cravings, they report that their cravings are going away. 5 to 7 days. Why? Because in the beginning, it's going to stop. Cravings are going to, in the beginning, when you try to switch over, try to switch your diet over, try to switch your lifestyle over, it's going to stop. Your body's going to call other, your body's so used to having the sugar and all that food noise and all that stuff, so used to it. And when you try to go to something different, it's going to keep on calling your name, it's going to keep on calling and keep calling you back. Break free. It's going to suck in the beginning. But on our program, in the challenge, just follow the plan. The fragrance will start to go away. Particular accent, holiday, 6, 7, 20 years. It's crazy when you're doing what? How quickly your body wants to heal. Do me a favor, folks. Put in the chat who hates, or if you want to join that challenge, sorry, if you want to join that challenge, use that discount code SHOWER. You join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge for $79. You join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If you use that discount code, a live discount now. But it's only for people who are ready for spirit training. They got to the point where change is desire. All right, let's get into the game play. Let's get into it. 50%. I'll put that right here. What there were who hates counting calories, who loves counting calories, or hates counting calories, and this and that. And this and that. 3 pounds. That he need to count all his calories, we all this, do all this stuff. Who hates it? That put me in the chat. You hate counting all these calories and all that stuff. And you wish there were a different way. You need way with all the macros and all that stuff. Put me in the chat, folks. Let me see. Yeah, got some me's. I don't hate it. I just don't know the proper way and how. Way how? Okay, got it. Okay, you may not know how. Some people may hate it. Some people may not know how. Yeah. What if there were a different way? I don't hate it. I just yeah. What if there were a different way? We're probably gonna say like, man, I wish there were a different way. There actually is. This is the way I've been eating the last for 4 years. So, and this is why the weight hasn't come back. This is the base of your eating right here. Plate, watch this. First part of the plate is the non-starchy eating. Filling your plate with non-starchy veggies. What kind of veggies? What are non-starchy veggies? Oh yeah, things like carrots, broccoli, kale, cucumbers, zucchini, celery, asparagus, cauliflower, broccoli, you onions, mushrooms, bell peppers. These are non-starchy veggies. So holistically says, you can just go put in non-starchy veggies. Put that in. Yeah, collard greens, another one. Or squash, no. What kind of depending on what kind of squash. The yellow squash, okay. And zucchini, yeah, okay. Those are nuts. The yellow squash and you start talking about acorn squash and butternut squash. Those are starchy veggies. So yeah, 50% non-starchy veggies. Okay. And 25%, fill your plate like this. 25% proteins and fats. 25% proteins and fats. What kind of protein, Kelly? Well, we talked about protein earlier. The linear sources of protein, like whatever protein. Or like I said, I'll tell people what protein we do. We do whatever protein that works for you. So whether it's chicken, whether it's turkey, whether it's lamb, whether it's fish, whether it's steak, egg, tofu, or tempeh, whichever one works for you. Just make sure it's a linear source. Things that you should be avoiding. Yeah, fish as well. Fish as well. Things that you should be avoiding are processed meats. These kind of proteins. Processed meat. Things like I said earlier, bacon, salami, pepperoni, all of that. Boudin, hot dogs, they either processed meat. Anything over the Lunchables, don't eat Lunchables, folks. And then the most important thing, don't ever give your kids Lunchables. Don't give your kids Lunchables. Please don't. If you really knew what a Lunchable was, you would not give your kids Lunchables. I promise you. Those are processed foods. The bacon, the turkey, if the turkey bacon says it has to say nitrite or nitrate free on it, nitrite or nitrate free. Okay, then you can have it. But if it doesn't clearly say it on the label, no nitrates, no nitrites, if it clearly doesn't say that on the label, then you should put that. But it's got to clearly say it on the label. So those are proteins. Fats are healthy fats like avocado, nuts, and seeds. Three approved oils. The only approved oils are avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil. So yeah, all deli meats. All deli meats. So avocados, here's the only three oils though. Avocado, coconut, olive. Yeah, if it says no nitrates added, then yeah, great. Okay, fantastic. It's got to clearly say it on the label though. Fats, like I said, avocados, nuts and seeds, three approved oils: avocado, coconut, olive. Things like chia seeds are a healthy fat. These are things that are healthy fats. Things that are not healthy fats are things like dairy. Dairy is, folks, dairy is not great. No, it's not going to raise your blood sugar. It's not going to raise your blood sugar. But for your overall health, dairy is atrocious in health. So you see how this guy's on the toilet right here? Dairy will put you there. Dairy will cause a whole bunch of inflammation. Dairy will cause things that, yeah, things to grow that you don't want to grow. So dairy is not great. Dairy is not a healthy fat. Okay, next, 25% carbs and fruit. I'm going to put it over here as well. And then I'm going to put a down arrow on the fruit. The reason I put the down arrow on the fruit and the carbs is because it's very specific in this area. It means you can go down, but you can't go up. There's a rule. We'll talk about that rule here in a second. But carbohydrates, you pretty much have whatever kind you want, except for a refined one. The refined carbohydrates are staying away from all the junk food, basically. But if you put a very specific rule, you can pretty much have the carbs that you want, that you love. You just got basically when it comes to moderation. This is how I teach moderation. So whether it's rice, whether it's potato, quinoa, whatever. Somebody said about squash, acorn squash, butternut squash, whatever. Doesn't matter. But if you do pasta, you same with regular pasta. Things like uh, things like lentil rice, lentil pasta, sorry, lentil pasta or chicken pasta. Things like that. Those are better forms of pasta instead of the whole wheat pasta. The one that you stick on the wall. You don't even throw it because you threw it against the wall and see how is the spaghetti done? I don't know. Throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. Not that kind of pasta. But here's the thing. Apples, when it comes to fruit, low glycemic index fruit, things like berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, kiwi, peaches, grapefruit, the lower glycemic index fruits. Things that are higher on the glycemic index scale, like bananas and grapes and bananas and grapes, uh, watermelon, mangoes. Will I eat some bananas and grapes and watermelons from time to time? Yeah, I will. Bought some grapes the other day, but I'm metabolically flexible now. I know how to eat grapes. So you pretty much have whatever kind of food you want. You just gotta know how to eat it. So I said cards, folks. So pick the cards. We're gonna get to the whole thing on that, but this is the beginning of the clean eating plate, folks. Look, you can make this thing so simple. You can make it so easy, folks, that here's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is just go get yourself one of these plates. Look at this. Does this not look familiar? You can get yourself a clean, look at that. Does that not look familiar? Watch this. Boom. Boom. It's called the clean eating plate. Look at that. 50%. Oh yeah, right here. 50% veggies, right there. 25% protein. Look. Remember that? Boom. Right there. Oh, and then we said 25% carbohydrates. Look, on the bottom, look, right there. Boom. That's so simple, folks. You can take this everywhere. You're like, yo, I'm going to the party, I'm going to the cookout, I'm going to whatever. Instead of counting calories and pulling your app out, all this crazy stuff with your app, counting calories, all you gotta do is bring your plate. Now these plates are doable. Look, let me tell you, it's made out of straw. Made out of straw. It's not even made out of plastic. It's made out of straw. And they're deep. These are the best plates I've seen. They're deep and they're pretty big. Right? So you can have a whole field day. You can even say like, I'm hitting the gym, man. I want to get my protein up, man. How do I get my protein up? I want more protein. I don't want 25% protein. I want more. I'm trying to get raw. I'm trying to get diesel. I'm trying to get like He-Man. I said, okay, well, here's what you can do then. You can actually put your plate around, put your plate instead of all the veggies. You can bring your veggies down here. Now you got 25% veggies. Now you got 50% protein. You got more protein. You can keep your carbs the same. Remember, there's a very specific rule. So you can change the ratios on the veggies. You can increase the ratio on the veggies, or uh, or you can increase the ratio on the protein and fat. Full game. It's like depending on what you want to do, depending on how you feel. So the number one rule is you can go down on the carbs, but you can't go up. So 25% of the plate is all it's going to take up. You go down, you can go less, but you can't go 50% carbohydrates. You can't do that. That breaks the rule. Like, and you lost the game. You lost the game. You went too high in one area. So, and you came over. So one of these plates. Called clean eating plate. You want to know where you can get a clean eating plate? You can get a clean eating plate out of my shop, out of my showcase. Watch this. Let me show you what my showcase is. Check this out. This is my showcase right here. Right here. Good. Boom. Fresh showcase. That is going to take you, folks, to where you can get yourself a clean eating plate right there. Clean eating plate. You got the white one, and you got the one with all the different colors on there. There's different colors. All right, so whatever one you want, they're like 13 bucks. Five plates. You get yourself one of these plates, I'm telling you. It's going to change your life. It's going to change the game. You hang out with me, I'm going to tell you how to navigate this plate. I don't think so I can do this based on how your body is responding, and then we just have to tweak the plate. The answer is there. You just got to figure out. Oh, I'm not losing any more weight. Right? Okay, let's just tweak the plate. So go get yourself one of these plates. Now, my folks who are saying, you know, Kelley, I need help with this. The first part of it, I need help with all this don't know where to start. Help me, help me, Kelley. I need help. It hurts to watch other people just live freely while I'm stuck on all these medications. It's hurting me, Kelley. Watch people live so free, whatever they want. And I gotta go. I gotta take these pills. I want to get off these pills. That's me. I need help with my nutrition. I need help. Please help me. How do I do this? That's you. You say that's you. You're on a blood sugar roller coaster. You want to get off. You're insulin resistant. And you want to get off. And you should go on the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. What is it? Right here. Challenge. And we're going to talk about nutrition. Talk about nutrition in this challenge. Not only do we talk about it, I'm giving you the blueprint. So what to eat, when to eat, how to eat. Follow this blueprint. It's a blood sugar reset. We're going to reset your blood sugar. We're going to get you off of that blood sugar roller coaster. Now, you still have diabetes after 2 weeks, you still have diabetes. But if you're ready to take control of your blood sugar, but if you're ready to get off that roller coaster, you're waking up every day, just ready to waking up every morning, and just like, no, I hate to stick my finger. I'm dreading what my numbers are going to be. That's you. You wake up every morning dreading your numbers, saying, why is my number so high? If that's you, you wake up every morning, you say that. If that's you, then you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. It's only for people who are serious. A couple hundred people have already joined this challenge. We're just talking about how to eat. 14 days. It's a blueprint. It's a challenge. It's not designed to be comfortable. It's why it's called a challenge. But if you do this, you have to go from an 8 to a 6, from a 7.1 to a 5.7 or A1C. 14 days. Your A1C is not going to drop by yourself. You're going to have to buy itself. You're working. 14 days. $99 for the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. But today, while I'm live, you use that live discount code. The live discount code is shower. You use that discount code shower. Join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. You like whatever you say. I promise you. Your blood sugar will never be the same. Start to get your energy back. Start to get your inflammation. Start to get that. This is the start. This is what you said that you wanted. You said that you wanted to get your A1C back to the ideal range. This is what you said that you wanted. You said that you wanted. You should want to do that. You said that. $99 during that challenge. Use that discount code shower during the challenge for $79. Live discount code. And finally, for people who are ready for serious change, well, for the people who have already gotten through the challenge, they got amazing results. The people who have want to just keep the momentum going. Like, keeping the momentum going, challenge. The challenge was step number 1. This is my step forever. This is the beyond the challenge. We're going to go beyond the challenge. 8 weeks. We talk about all this stuff. Clean eating. I'm going to teach you how to eat this plate. I'm going to really teach you. In that 8 weeks, I'm going to really teach you how to manage this plate, how to master that plate. That's all beyond the challenge. Let's see. But if that's you, if you're ready for change, if you got to the point where change isn't just desired, it's downright necessary, you should go on that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Use that discount code shout. But only if that's you. If somebody said, what about grapeseed oil? If it's not avocado oil, if it's not coconut oil, if it's not olive oil. Those are the 3 oils. Avocado, coconut, olive. That's it. Avocado, coconut, olive. That's the only 3 oils. Yes, it was. Don't nitrate that. Yeah, okay, that's what vitamins are good for neuropathy. Vitamin B1, vitamin B1 starts protein. And protein is good. Vitamin and protein. What are non-starchy veggies? Things like spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, asparagus, carrots, cabbage, collard greens. The whole list is included. Some of them, as I just said, cucumber, bell pepper. Some, finish my cinnamon roll first? Yeah. All right, yeah. Having a cinnamon roll for breakfast. Yeah, you want that blood sugar roller coaster. Okay? What that roller coaster? What we talk about? What's a blood sugar roller coaster? Hey, working out by the plate. Ladder and my showcase. I think I showcase. By that plate. Those are the best ones I've seen. Now you can get whatever way you get whatever. But the best ones that I've seen are the ones that are in my showcase. What do you say about the fruit? What do you say about the oh yeah. Not about not getting it, but the better choices for someone who's diabetes, insulin resistant, high blood sugar, or lower glycemic index, like berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, peaches, kiwis. Right, these are lower glycemic index fruits. Right, apples. You can do some apples. What about oatmeal? Anybody asking that? What's for breakfast? Somebody, oh, what's for breakfast, Kelley? Somebody asked, what about oatmeal? Here's the thing about oatmeal. Oatmeal is in section. Here's how you eat it. Here's the order in which you eat it. That's very simple. Very simple. Number one, number two, number three. You can have section one and two in the morning for breakfast. You can have a healthy fat and healthy protein. That's what's for breakfast. A fat, a protein, and a non-starchy vegetable. For breakfast, you never do number three. You don't do three. That's how I said. A cinnamon roll. You don't do a cinnamon roll. Right? That's not put you on a roller coaster. Or your blood sugar like a rock. Carbs, things like oatmeal. You don't want to do oatmeal in the morning. It's going to hurt your blood sugar like a rock. Especially if you take the oatmeal, you basically do brown sugar. It's mostly fruit. So brown sugar is a kind of fruit. You throw it in there and tear up the oatmeal, make it sweet. Do that. Now, raise your blood sugar whenever high. You eat like those fruits that we talked about. You eat like a banana, you need a big bowl of grapes. You eat a big bowl of watermelon for breakfast. And so far, your blood sugar is real high. Real high. So think of food as this. Think about food. People talk about fruit, and carbs, and all that oatmeal and all that stuff. Just think about that area. Carbohydrates. Think about it as a difference. You want to eat that last. So, one, two, or three. You can order what you eat your food, folks. You should order what you eat your food. Number one, veggies first. Veggies first. Number two, protein second. Kind of like, well, how do I remember that? How do I remember that? Some people say like fiber or fat, protein. I say forget about all that. That's too hard to remember. I say here's what you do. Think about whenever you go to a restaurant, what is the order they give you? Number one, doesn't the waiter bring out, he or she, they come and they say, what kind of salad do you want? Salad, seafood salad, what kind of salad do you want, sir? And I'll be like, no, let me get this house salad. Okay? So they bring out the house salad. Number one, when you eat your veggies first, think about like that. When you go to the restaurant, and what's the next thing they bring out? After they brought out their appetizer salad, the next thing that they bring out is the main course. You know, when you're at the restaurant, you're like, oh, I want this. Who ordered the fish? Ooh, that's mine. Ooh, that's mine. That's mine. So that's number two. Protein and fat. And then last, don't they say, hey, listen. Don't they say, hey, listen. Right? When you finish your appetizer, your salad, when you finish your main course, number two, order what you eat. And then the third thing that they're going to ask you for when you're at that restaurant, is they're gonna say, "Would you like?" You're gonna be like, "What you mean? Would I like?" Yeah, would you like to see the dessert menu? Would you like to see the dessert menu? That's what they're gonna ask you. And you may say, "You know what? No, I don't want to see the dessert menu." Or you may say, "Yeah, I do want to eat the dessert menu." But you got the option. They gave you the option. So this is what the section is. The section is optional. Like a dessert. You don't need this section. They're great to have, but you don't need them. Your body needs essential fats and it needs essential proteins. There's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate, folks. They're great to have. Carbohydrates are great to have. Barley, all of that stuff, great to have. But there's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. Essential proteins are called amino acids. Essential fats are called omega-3 fatty acids. They're essential. You need to get them from an outside source. They're essential to have, but you need to get them from an outside source. Those are essential. For me. So for breakfast, here's the thing for breakfast. Number one, number two. Section number one, section number two. We're not eating section three for breakfast. We're eliminating section three for breakfast. So your breakfast could be something like chicken and broccoli and avocado. Chicken, broccoli, avocado. Right? Eggs, steak and eggs with milk. It could be a tofu. It could be avocado toast. But instead of using the avocado, instead of using the toast, you use the toast. You get the tofu, you can add the bread. You make your tofu taste like you make tofu taste like chicken, like chicken texture of chicken. Double freeze it. Double freeze tofu. It will it's like you will have the texture of chicken. You're like, yo, this is chicken that I'm eating. But now, bro, it's tofu. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the things that you can do. But make sure, folks, that it is a savory breakfast. It's called a savory breakfast, not a sweet breakfast. So don't have a sweet breakfast. You're gonna send your blood sugar early in the morning. You're gonna put yourself on a blood sugar roller. So you don't want to do that, folks. So here it is. This is how you eat. One, you just eat in this order. Two, three. You got your plate. Boom, boom. There it is. There it is. You got your plate. You just made yourself a whole lot easier. Your life a whole lot easier. So go get yourself one of these plates out of my TikTok showcase, folks. Like I said, if you're ready for change, if you need help, if you're ready for this, if you say, Kelley, I'm ready to get off of this blood sugar roller coaster, the roller coaster you talked about when I'm eating the cinnamon buns in the morning. Somebody said I'm eating the cinnamon rolls in the morning. I'm on a blood sugar roller coaster. How do I get off of it, man? I need help. I take it advantage. I stay awake at night, lying thinking that, lying in bed thinking that, wondering if diabetes is my future. Wondering if diabetes is still my future. That is you. I want you to keep that discount, please. Join that whole email reset challenge. $79. Join that challenge. Blood sugar reset challenge. With your life in 2 weeks, I promise you. You may not wait for 2 weeks. I promise you your life will never be the same. You walk that blood sugar roller coaster. If you raise your hand and say, so I want to get my A1C back to the normal range. I need help. If that is you, then you should get blood sugar reset. Now let's get to some of these questions. Use that live discount code shout. Get some of these questions. Let's say I need help on breakfast meal. Give you some help. That breakfast. Take it in. Yep, there you go. Take your breakfast. So fiber, phytochemicals, vitamins, and minerals are not essential. I got it over there. I don't use the variables in. That's why I got a whole plate of 50%. Carbohydrates in there, though. They're not essential. They're great to have, but they're not essential. Then you have eggs with ketones. Yes, that is a good breakfast. The eggs are going to go in the protein over fat section if you want. And then, what you say? Cucumber. No starchy thing. There you go. Thanks, Joey. What is the fasting window do you recommend? 16-8. No, not really. I recommend starting off for 12 hours. If you're not metabolically flexible, you're a person who's suffering from insulin resistance. Like I said, if you're suffering from insulin resistance, and it's very, very bad. The last thing that you want to do is 16 minutes. The last thing you want to do. Start off for at least 12 hours. And then train your body to fast. Just go fast. You still go from being a very insulin resistant. I'm fasting for 16 hours. What I recommend is starting off gradually. Each week, you increase it. So 1 week is 12 weeks. The next week, you go to 13 hours. 12 hours starting out. The next week, you go to 13 hours. And the next week, you go to 14 hours. And the next week, you go to 15 hours. And the next week, you go to 16 hours. Then you have 16 days. But train your body to do that instead of just jumping into it. Kind of like running a marathon. You run a marathon before? Okay. You never run a marathon. I can tell you this. You have to train for it. You can't just get out there and run 26.2 miles. You can't go from being a car to running 26.2 miles tomorrow. You ain't gonna be able to do it. When people go 16 days, those are people who are advanced. They've been training for it. And that's the start off with 12. Then you have unsweetened almond milk. You can't have unsweetened almond milk. That is free. And you want to use this app though. Whenever you go to the grocery store, and even though some of those almond milks, even those almond milk, they could be straight up trash. You want to use this app called Yuka. Use that app. It's called Yuka. It's basically going to be your defense against all the crazy stuff, right? All the processed junk. Use that anything that has a label. Use that app called the Yuka app, and it will give you a Yuka, and it will give you the best score based on the almond milk. Look at the one that has the best score. Right? Look at the coconut milk and say, okay, which one's got the best score? Using my app called Yuka. Making my beans right now. Okay, there you go, Blue Barrel. There you go. Making some beans right now. I dig it. I get what you're doing. I really need to get off the insulin. If you really need to get off the insulin, just say what you want. If that's what you say that you want. That's what you just said that. I didn't say that. Man, you said that. So if that's what you really want to do, if you're struggling with this medication, you've been done it for years, and you really need to get off it, and you got to the point where you're ready, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If that's what you say that you want, because we're going to get you off of that roller coaster. There's been people who have gotten off their medication in 2 weeks. The doctor took them off their medication, but it's only about what you want. Again, I didn't say that. You said that you want to get off your medication, but we're going to have to do something about it. If we do something about it, we can get you off of it. But if we just want to talk about it, we can't. It's not much we can do. You should join that challenge, though. Which you got discount code shower. Join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge for $79. That discount code shower. So somebody join the challenge. Shout out to them. Shout out to you for joining that challenge. Check your email. Well, you get it. I already sent you a text message. So check your text. I'll tell you what to do. Congratulations. Which egg scrambled, fried, or baked, or definitely not the fried. They work from the fried it can, but I mean, if you fry it in like olive oil, or if you fry it in or coconut oil or avocado oil, okay, great. Scrambled doesn't really matter. Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Don't use the three oils when you're talking about sauteing it on overeating and all that stuff. Coconut, olive, avocado. I'm currently working on the 12. Working on the 12. Oh yeah, 12 hours. Yeah, work on the 12 hours exactly. So you start off with 12. That's overnight. Your last meal is at 7 p.m. Your next meal is not till 7 a.m. That's 12 hours. Almond milk is delicious. Shout out to you, Terry. I'm doing intermittent fasting already. Great. Shout out to you, Teddy. Shout out to you. All right. Any other questions on anything that we missed over here? So we talked about, I heard somebody ask about beans. No more questions. I heard somebody talk about beans. What the heck are beans? What are they good for? Oh yeah, beans. Talk about it. These beans, folks, are very, very good for you. Okay? They're good for you in what sense? Well, they're good for you in the sense that they are resistant to starch. Shout out to you, Sherry, for just signing up. What is that, Sharia? Sharia, shout out to you for just signing up for that 14-day challenge. Did you get a text? You should have got a text from me. I sent you a text. I was up. You signed up and I was so slick. You didn't even know that I just sent you a text, right? But anyhow, back to beans. They're a resistant starch. And the resistant starch says this. When you digest them, when you eat them, you cannot digest them. They're resisting digestion. Okay, great, you got the text. They're resisting digestion. You're like, well, Kelley, that can't be a good thing. How can it resist digestion? Why would I want to eat beans if I can't digest them? Well, it's because they're not for you. The beans are not for you. They're for your gut microbiome. So whenever you eat beans, here's what happens. It goes into your stomach, you eat it, goes into your stomach, and then it starts going into your small intestines. At that point, they're supposed to be getting digested. You're supposed to digest the beans at that point when they're going through your small intestines. But here's the thing. You cannot digest them when it's going through undigested, the beans, until it gets to your large intestine. Right before it leaves your body. Like on He-Man, this is the example. You see what I mean? On He-Man, right before it left his body, the fiber was in his large intestine, right there. That's where the beans were. And it's large, and they were getting eaten by the gut microbiome. So your gut loves the beans. Like the bacteria in your gut and your large intestines, they love the beans. They love the fiber from the beans. So even though you can't digest it, you're like, why did they tell me to eat fiber if I can't even digest the damn stuff? Well, you can't. It's not for you. It's for your gut. So they say, hey, have great gut health. Eat your fiber. Because when you eat fiber, it tells your body to produce health. The more fiber-rich foods that you eat, you're setting a good prebiotics. It's called fiber is another way of saying a prebiotic. Prebiotics got a great amount of prebiotics. That means now you've got a good foundation, you've got good soil. What fiber does, it's good soil. So whenever you start bringing in the other nutrients, your body's able to absorb nutrients better. Your body, and when you have a lot of good gut soil, your body's able, your body functions a whole lot better. Your body expresses itself a whole lot better. It expresses itself in health instead of illness. Now we eat a bunch of whole Twinkies and ding dongs and cinnamon rolls and all that stuff, and Mountain Dews and Coca-Colas and all that. We eat all that. Yeah, now you're feeding the other bacteria, the bad bacteria. So it's about push-pull battle. Who's winning? The good guys or the bad guys? The good guys or the bad guys? And depending on who's winning in this fiber war will determine how you feel. Determine if you have brain fog, you have energy, or you're able to have a strong immune system. It's all based on your gut health. And beans are a big part because of all of the fiber, folks. So that's it. That's it. Here's the thing about beans, though. Beans and rice. Never eat beans and rice together. You can eat beans with all the other categories. You know they're resistant starch. You cannot eat beans and rice together. You can eat the beans with the veggies. You can eat the beans with the proteins and the fats. But you cannot slow root for the same. You cannot eat the beans and the rice together, folks. Why can't you eat the beans and rice together? Why? It's because it's really spike the hell out of your blood sugar. It'll spike your blood sugar for real at that point. So you don't want to do that. Don't eat the beans and rice. That's don't go up on the carbs. Remember that one? And don't eat the beans and rice together. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, do not eat the beans and the rice together. Yes, they are both starch. That is correct. One the resistant starch, the beans, and the other one is a straight up, it ain't system color. It goes straight to the bloodstream. How do I start? How do you start? Yeah, how do you start? You start by registering for the master or registering for the quiz. You take the quiz. Go take the quiz. You take the quiz. You understand and learn your diabetes management. Style. Let me get to the last thing over here. Come around over here, and this thing is just a big old circle. It's just a plate. So, when you get back to your questions, it's just a plate. This is how it goes. Now it's just like a big revolving wheel, like a freaking cog. A big old revolving wheel. You keep on doing this stuff. You will eventually get your A1C, get your diet right, get your clean eating right, get your number 4.9 to 5.3. What I teach you how to do. I teach you how to do that in the 14-day challenge. We have this in depth in the 14-day challenge. The 14-day challenge is about simplicity. Everybody doesn't do simplicity at this point. The 14-day challenge is about simplicity. It's called a challenge. And people don't like it. Okay? But when you go beyond the challenge, if you're ready to go beyond the challenge, this is when I start teaching you with 8 weeks. How to eat like this. It's called Beyond the Challenge. Let's see. Hey, Kelley, I just signed up. Yep, got that one. How do I start? Here's how you start. Here's how you start. You click right up here. Click on that picture again, my picture again, and you go right here. Here's where all the goodies are. That's the very first thing you can start with right here. Right there. There's a quiz. The master class. How do I register for the quiz? Right here. Yep, right there. Boom. Click that button. There it is. There's the quiz. That's how you take the quiz. That's where you start. The free quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes management style. A lot of goodies on this page, folks. The quiz is the master class, absolutely free master class, 45 minutes. 45-minute master class. I would say, hey, listen, if you're struggling with the freedom formula, if you're struggling with insulin resistance and all that stuff, like how do you what is lifestyle medicine? Having a peaceful mind, having an active body, clean eating, how do I keep weight off and keep it off forever? You got to maintain your pace. That is what I teach in the master class. A free master class. All you got to do is pay attention. That's all you got to take. And then the PDF is a free PDF right here. There's a lot of grabbing those stuff, folks. But then for our real people who are ready for real things. Not that everybody's not real, everybody's real people. But there are real people who want real results, who are ready for real things. If that's you, if you're a real person who's ready for real results, who's gotten tired of the blood sugar roller coaster, who's been taking all the medications for many years, I need to get off these medications. I need to get my life back. I need to stop this neuropathy. How do I get rid of neuropathy, Kelley? How do I get my vision? How do I save my vision, Kelley? How do I do all this? Well, step number 1 is taking control of the emotion. Step number 1. How do I do that? I'm going to teach you off the roller coaster. I'm going to teach you how to get off the roller coaster. Only for people who are serious. It's a blueprint. If you follow this book, it's a challenge. It's called a challenge for a reason. 14 days. It's the same one that I put myself through. See that? Look at that. That's called diabetes. That's called heart disease. That's called obesity. Right there. All in one. Right there. Diabetes, obesity. Right there. Congratulations. So that's what the doctor said. I got my diagnosis. Congratulations. So you're going to take this with for the rest of your life. Congratulations. But I said, you know what, doc? I'm taking my health into my own hands. I did my research and I found out, you know what? My A1C is not going to drop by itself. So if it's not going to drop by itself, I'm going to have to do something about it. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to change my lifestyle, change what I was eating, change the input because I didn't like the output. So here's the thing, folks. If you don't like the output, I didn't like the output. Look at the output. Obesity, diabetes, obesity. I didn't like the output. That's you. That's you. If you're ready for serious change, you join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Right there. You get discount code shower. You're joining the challenge for $79 for the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Everything's free except for the challenge. The challenge is not free. And of course, beyond the challenge is for people who have completed the challenge, completed the 14 days, and they've gotten great results. Now, these are the people who are ready to go beyond the challenge. This is for people who are ready to hang out with you for 8 more weeks, 10 weeks all together. This is where true transformation begins. This is where people are going to recognize you. They're going to recognize you after 8 weeks. Hey, when they walk by people and they're like, yo, who was that? I don't know who that's saying. They look familiar, but I don't know who they are. Same thing that happened to me. People saw me and they're like, yo, you look familiar, bro, but I don't know who the hell you are. Before the pandemic, I took the picture, and then after the pandemic, I was literally walking by my coworkers. We got back to the office after the pandemic, and they did not even recognize me. They were like, "Yo, who that? Who that?" I came back, I shocked them. But that's what you're gonna have to do. I put in the work though. You have to put in some work. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. Join this 14-day challenge, maybe change, and all that stuff, man. It's super uncomfortable. I know it. I told you about this. You think that I wanted to give up my old 20 things on whatever, my Cheetos? You think I wanted to give all that up for fruits and vegetables and lean proteins and all that? You think I wanted to give up gummy worms? I didn't want to give up gummy worms. So here's the thing though, like I told you in that picture, you're not trapped. You're not trapped by diabetes. You're not trapped by PCOS. You're not trapped by pre-diabetes. You're not trapped by erectile dysfunction. You're not trapped by diabetes. You're more so disloyal to your preference. Matter of fact, you are loyal to your preference. You are changing. Everybody has the ability to do it. They just don't want to. That's the simplest way I can say it. Everybody has the, if you have type 2 diabetes, if it hasn't gotten too bad yet, like too bad where it's going over time. Talking about amputation and all that stuff. They haven't gotten that bad yet. Everybody has the ability. They just don't want to. If you wanted to, you do it. If somebody kidnap your kids and they say, listen, you need to do somebody kidnap your kids, the only way to make your kids back is you give your A1C. You naturally give your A1C down from 4.9 to a 5.3. That's what the bad guy said. We kidnap your kids. How do you get your kids back? Oh yeah. Get your A1C down to a 4.9 or 5.3. And then see how quickly you get that A1C down. If you want it now, no. You want it. Here's the thing. If you want it for your kids, why don't you want it for yourself? Everybody has the ability to do it. Just simply don't want to. That's the simplest way I can say it. How? By doing the work. How? If you're struggling, I talked about the formula earlier, the peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective. Show up, here's how you do it. Show up, do the work, and you do it again tomorrow. That's how you do it. Get outside of your comfort zone. You take the wheel back. You take charge of your lifestyle. Or else diabetes will take charge of you. That's how you do it. Show up, do the work, do it again tomorrow. What is the work? Peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep. Maintaining your pace every day. Cutting out the alcohol. Getting up, managing your stress. Getting up, moving your body. Getting up, eating clean. Getting up, getting a restful night of sleep. You do this over and over and over and over and over again. But if you need help with that, you say, Kelley, I need help. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to change. I need help. What's the first step? Next year, if you're ready to change, you should join this 14-day go-to reset challenge. You want to get off this blood sugar roller coaster. Join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. All right? Beyond the challenge. Right? The challenge is right here in orange. And that's you. You can join this challenge. It's $99 to join the challenge. But the live discount code, while I'm live, it is $79 to join the challenge. If you use that discount code, SHOWER. That's it. Use that discount code SHOWER to join the challenge for $79. Like I said, everybody can do it. Everybody has the ability to do it. Most people don't want to. If you want to, join that challenge. Use that discount code SHOWER. All right, let me get to these questions. How do I join? Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's where I pointed you in the right direction. Hope I pointed you. Right? Link in my bio. You said discount code SHOWER. My A1C was 12. How long do you think it takes to know I'm so ready for change? You hang out with me, here's the thing. There are people who are taking their A1C from an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks. You put a major dip in your A1C in 2 weeks. Like I said, you can hang out. You can hang out with me. You can continue to hang out with me if you want to continue with it. But you hang out with me starting out for 2 weeks. If you're ready, if you want to put a big dent in your A1C, that's you. That's what you want to do. You want to get it back to normal. And you have 14 days left to reset. Only thing what you want to do, though, all right? Nobody's got your kids. Nobody's got your kids, so I know how it goes. Out, yeah. I'm 5'10", very active, work out every day, eat clean. Eating clean is very subjective. Look at that, man. That's very subjective for you. Very, very, yeah. It's what's the word? It's subjective. Your body's back, diagnosed with type 2. Again, there's more than just eating it well. What about sleep? You didn't say anything about sleep. You didn't say anything about stress management. You didn't say anything about alcohol. The answer is in one of those areas. You just got to find out where it is. I did it. I'm a clean eater, no more meds. That's it. Apple salsa. Nice. No more meds. 5.6 A1C. If you have 5.6, you're right on the cusp. You're right on the line of pre-diabetes. Right there. You want to get off of that line. You want to bring it back down. You want to bring it back closer to the 4.9 to a 5. That's kind of ideally where you want it. You get it there, now that's adding longevity back to your life. You give yourself a blood. How do you get there? You gotta take a blood sugar shower, right? Every day. It's what you do every day. Your stress management, your activity, your sleeping, your alcohol. What are you doing with those new blood cells that are being regenerated every single day? You're getting the hemoglobin being regenerated every single day. Feeding them a bunch of crap, or you're giving them a shower. Right? Or jumping in a big swimming pool of sugar, or you're taking a shower, blood sugar shower. The blood sugar shower is you're doing the work every single day. You're literally knocking that sugar off. All the new cells, like all the new blood cells that are coming out every day, red blood cells, we're you're not going to have any sugar on it. So as an effect, it's going to affect your overall, it's going to put a steady dent in your overall A1C. No alcohol, egg whites in the morning, and breakfast, dinner, meal, prep, and breakfast, 2 hours. Okay, the answer is somewhere, Danny. The answer is somewhere. We're going to find out what it is. What about stress? Okay? What about stress? Okay. Never mind, look, it's in there. It's in one of those areas. We'll find it. Gallon of water is there. We'll find it. You hang out with me for 2 weeks, Danny. We'll find it. We'll find it. We'll find out what it is. So if you're still struggling with that, when people call me like, yo, Kelley, I'm struggling with this, bro. Like, okay, where can I go next? I'm gonna break it all the way down. Break it all the way down, and we'll find the answer. Hang out with me for 2 weeks. I promise I'm gonna change the whole game. Use that discount code shower, and we are going to. What are we doing in this 14 days? We're focusing. We're gonna focus for 14 days. What does it mean to focus? Here's what it means to focus. Follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. You only have 14 days, let's do the reset challenge. You're ready for change. You say, I'm ready for change. That is me, Tony. I am so ready. That is you, when you're doing the 14-day challenge. You do this out code shower. That's only $99 for the shower. If you do this out code shower, I mean, a blood sugar shower, take a blood sugar shower, price will drop to $79. That's only $79 for that 14 days. Blood sugar reset challenge. The blueprint, so if you follow this blueprint, it's 20 years, that's all we're doing. Follow this blueprint, in those 14 days, the blood sugar will be 90 days different than what it is 14 days prior. That is how quickly your body wants to go. That is how quickly it can affect your blood sugar. Because something happens in your blood sugar. Literally, every time something happens to your blood sugar. Literally. And you get in there and you dial it in, you know exactly what you're doing right. And it starts to dial itself in. And in like 2 weeks, you can be like, yo, what the hell about the doing last 2 years? Is cottage cheese good? No, it's not. You want to know more about dairy and cheese? I'll get into I'm not going to win. People tell me they're not giving up 2 things. They don't care how bad it is for them. Number 1 is bacon. Number 2 is cheese. Or the bacon. Maybe it's number 1 is cheese and number 2 is bacon. I don't care how bad my health is. I ain't giving up my bacon. I ain't giving up my cheese. So if you want to know more about cheese and dairy and all that stuff, go watch a documentary called It's not a documentary. It's a lecture. Utterly, I need to say something. Utterly amazing. Honestly, utterly, utterly amazing. Theory, all things cheese. Utterly amazing. That's the name of it. You watch that, and you will be utterly amazed. By the end of it, you don't think that you're going to want dairy and cheese anymore. Maybe you will, because people are still going to do what they want to do. You tell me, I don't care how poor my health is. I don't care how poor. You know, I ain't giving up bacon. Like I told you before, everybody has the ability to get rid of diabetes. Everybody does. Everybody has the ability to be healthy. You just don't want to. The second you can realize that is where you can move forward. Now you got a starting point. You got a starting point like, I just don't want to. You got a starting point. You can go forward from there. But until you can realize, until you say that to yourself, I've just been messing around. I don't really want it. I don't really want that work. Hold on a second. I just scratched my back. Yeah, much better. I don't want to do that work. I tried, but too difficult and confusing. Good luck. You tried what? What's too difficult and confusing? Okay. What's too difficult and confusing? Tell me what's difficult and confusing. Good luck to you as well. But I'll tell you this, if you're on the way out, and everybody has the ability to do it. Just go into our person. All right, any other questions? No questions. All right, cool. No questions. I'll take life over cheese. Yeah, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. Until it really gets down to it, and be like, cheese or life? You're like, bro, where the hell's the cheese? Give me the cheese. A lot of people say that. I tell you, people tell me every day they're not giving up two things. They don't care how poor their health is. They ain't giving up bacon. They ain't giving up cheese. They're not one of. They'll may give up. They'll give up bacon before they give up. They ain't giving up cheese. That's crossing the line. They like Mike Kelley. My A1C is at 17. I'm crossing the line. I'm drawing the line in the same cheese. I ain't giving up alcohol. Some people say alcohol too. I ain't giving up my alcohol. They're like, I don't care how bad my A1C is, Kelley. I'm drawing a line in the sand that I am not giving up my alcohol. They don't care if it's causing, if their foot is their toes about to get amputated. They don't care. They don't care enough about their toe. They care more about the alcohol. Now nobody's gonna say that. Nobody's gonna say I care more about the alcohol. I care more about the cheese. I care more about the pain. Nobody's gonna actually say that out of their mouth. Nobody. But what you do speaks so loudly that people can't hear what you're saying. What you do speaks so loudly that people cannot hear what you are saying. Let's go on to the next topic, folks. Any other questions? Another question. You want to join that challenge? Are you ready for change? You said you're ready for change. Well, I'm challenging you to step outside of your comfort zone. You say you're ready for change. I'm challenging you to step outside of your comfort zone. All right, cool, Cisco. Fantastic, boss. Last segment of the day. We're going to play a game of blood sugar Tetris, folks. We're going to play this game of blood sugar Tetris. We're going to talk about getting this number back to the ideal range 4.9 or 5.3. The last thing we're going to talk about today. We're going to get out of here. You want to do that challenge? Now is the time. We're going to be out of here soon after this lesson. It's called, you got this guy called Shot. So now, we're getting ready to play a game of blood sugar. Unless y'all got any questions, and you Q&A time. But if not, we're going to play a game of blood sugar testing. Folks, who ever played Tetris before? Put it in the chat. If you ever played Tetris before. You ever played Tetris before? It's a video game. It goes a little something like this. It goes a little something like this, folks. Let me pull it up so we can show you what I'm talking about. A lot of people never even heard of this game. Like maybe I live in a stone age or something. A lot of people never even heard of Tetris before. So it kind of blows my mind when people never heard of this game. But it goes a little something like this. It goes a little something like this. How's it going, Robert? You just joining the live or you joining the channel? Which one? I played that game, yeah. Tetris. You played it before. You've seen it like this. Look. You put the little blocks in it. Put the little blocks there in Tetris. Look at that. Tetris. Look at that. Tetris. Let's play that game. We're going to play a game of blood sugar test. All right. I'm going to put over here 140. And I'm going to put, here I'm going to draw. This is going to be X. This is the game. We got protein. And over here, we're going to have carbs. We're going to have carbs over here. Tetris will look like this. Tetris. Okay. Now let's start playing this game. Who can tell me what happens when you eat carbohydrates? Not carbohydrates. When you eat fats, folks. The fats are going to be the small part. The small. What happens to your blood sugar whenever you eat fat? Does anybody know what happens to the blood sugar whenever you eat fat? Put it in the chat. You know what happens to your blood sugar whenever you eat fat? Throw it in the chat. Does it go up? Go down? What happens? Okay. I said nothing, nothing. You got two nothings. Question mark. No change. Ooh, that's good. Good. Yeah. Ooh, nothing. That's great. Yeah. Healthy fats, right? Healthy fats, things like avocados, things like nuts and seeds, things like single ingredient almond butter, peanut butter, you know what I mean? All natural stuff. Healthy fats, avocado, olive oil, coconut oil, pistachios, chia seeds. And nothing happens to your blood sugar. Nothing happens to your blood sugar. So it's just like in a game of Tetris. When you're playing Tetris, the pieces are coming down. The fact that they're coming down so slow that you can take these pieces of that piece and you can move them all over. You can move them all over. You play Tetris, you move them all over the board before you get down to the bottom. Because the pieces are coming down so slowly and you've got ultimate control over them, right? It's the same thing whenever what happens to your blood sugar whenever you eat fat. So these are the little blocks. All right. Now we got the big block, the bigger blocks. Who can tell me what happens to our blood sugar now whenever we eat protein? Whenever we eat protein, things like red meat, people was asking about, right? Protein, your chicken, your turkey, your steak, your eggs, venison, your tofu, your tempeh. And what happens to your blood sugar at that? What happens to your blood sugar? What happens to your blood sugar? No real change. Slowly maintain a stable or nothing or nothing again. All right? What happens? Very little. Yeah, it does raise your blood sugar. Yeah, the pieces, the protein pieces are bigger. Yeah, they're coming down a little bit faster. But it's kind of like who lives in California? You live in California. You got earthquakes out there. Turn on the news later at 10 o'clock news at night. And you're like, yo, the people say, hey, did you know that there was an earthquake today? Like, I didn't know there was an earthquake today. I didn't feel an earthquake. Well, the reason you didn't feel it because it was so low on the record scale that it didn't matter. You didn't feel it. It was so low on the Richter scale. It was very insignificant. It's the same thing that happens with protein. Yeah, it raises your blood sugar. It raises your blood sugar, but look, every day. It raises your blood sugar, but it's not by a lot. And in the pieces of the game, yeah, the pieces are a little bit bigger. Yeah, they're coming down a little bit faster, but it's not anything that you can't handle. Right? Not anything that you can't handle. So those are the proteins. Okay? So a little bit happens to your blood sugar, but it's still cool. It's like so low on the Richter scale, like it's very insignificant. Okay? What happens, folks, whenever you eat, now what happens to your blood sugar whenever you eat carbohydrates? Who can tell me what happens to your body, your blood sugar whenever you eat carbohydrates? What happens then? Oh, goes up to the moon, yeah, to infinity and beyond. You know what kind you eat? Yeah, you're right. It could go up. Yeah, up. It raises blood sugar. Yeah, it spikes it. So here's the thing: when you play a game of Tetris, you know when the levels start getting harder. When the levels start getting hard on Tetris, and the pieces start coming down faster, right? You're like, oh, the big pieces, and they're the big pieces too, and they're coming down fast. Like the level, you're like, oh, you're playing the game, like, whoa, pieces are coming down too fast. So it's the same thing whenever you eat carbohydrates, depending on what kind you eat. If you're eating whole, unprocessed, quality carbohydrates, okay, yeah, it's going to raise your blood sugar, but it's not going to spike it like some freaking trash will. Okay? Like eating a donut will, like eating a cinnamon roll will. So when you're eating all these carbohydrates, now, let's just say we eat a very, very sugary breakfast in the morning. These pieces are coming down fast now. It's raising your blood sugar. These pieces, these big blocks are coming down fast now. There's so many of them, and it's a lot of them too, and they're coming down fast. They're coming down real fast. Your fats, right here you got your protein, and then over here, you have the big blocks. They're coming down fast. And these things are just piling up fast. You're coming in, you're in the high level of the game. These things are coming down so fast. You're like, yo! Next thing you know, what happens when the chips? What happens when the chips in the game of Tetris? What happens when the pieces they pile up too high? Like they pile up way to the top. They get way up here in the game of Tetris. And what happens to you in the game? Who can tell me what happens to them in the game of Tetris when the pieces pile up? Game over. That's it. That's it. Tetris, game over. Here's what it does. Look, the pieces pile up like that. Look, it's game over. It's game over. The pieces pile up like that. It's game over, isn't it? It's game over. Yep, game over. In the game, you can press the reset button. You press the reset button in the game, like, oh man, all my chips piled up to the top. So, well, I didn't beat that level, so well, I can try it again. I can hit the reset button. Can I? Oh yeah, you can do that in the game. But in the game of blood sugar Tetris, it's the real game. You're suffering from insulin resistance, and you're suffering from insulin resistance, and you are eating a bunch of processed carbohydrates, a bunch of processed junk all the time. The ding dongs, the Cheetos, all of the crap, as I call it, calorie rich and processed foods. The chips, the cookies, the ice cream, you eat all that junk all of the time. Guess what's going to happen? Your insulin resistance, these things are going to come piling up. These chips are going to pile up, and you're eventually going to crash. Like your game's going to be over. Your game's going to be over a lot quicker than what you like. Folks, this is a real game. This is not the game of Tetris where you can actually press the reset button and start the game over. When you lose in this game, it's a wrap. There no pressing no reset button. When they say they gotta come get your toe, when they say they gotta amputate your toe, there is no pressing the reset button on them amputating your toe. They say you're gonna lose your vision. There is no reset button on getting your vision back. There's no reset button on that. Okay, when they say your kidneys are done, there's no reset button on pressing getting them kidneys. You press the reset button on your kidneys. There's no reset button on it. So this is a game of real. This is a real game. If I were you, I'm not you. I'm not you. But if I were you, I'd probably start taking this game a little bit more seriously. You know, pile up. That game is over. It can be over 20 years too soon, 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years too soon. People pass away. You've seen it. The story the other day, someone passed away at the age of 49 years old due to complications of diabetes. 49. My sister passed away at the age of 55 years old 2 years ago from complications of diabetes, insulin resistance. We couldn't press the reset button on my sister's phone. She's gone. So if I were you folks, again, I'm not a lot more. What you can do is you can start to manage your food a lot better. Never eat carbohydrates until you have some fats and proteins in your stomach first. You got some fats and proteins in your stomach first? Okay, then you can eat the fat. Then you can eat the carbohydrates. It's called clothing. Thank you. It's called clothing. Put some clothing on your coat. Never eat any carbs. Never eat any carbohydrates. What's it mean? Carbohydrates? Make sure you got the fat protein first. It's called putting clothing on your carbohydrates. It's kind of like I grew up in Florida, and there was a nudist colony. People went there, they were like, you can cross the over. Like, we were kids, we were teenagers. We wanted to go peek over there and find out what's really happening over there. But we never did. You know, we were respectful kids. But here's the thing: everybody over there is not wearing any clothes. But here's the thing: if those people wanted to come out into society, if they wanted to come out, let's say go to the grocery store or go to the hardware store, you know what they have to do? They have to put some clothing on first. The same thing that you're gonna have to do. You want to eat these carbohydrates, you can eat them, the quality ones, complex ones, not the junky ones. But you're gonna have to put some clothing on, or you're gonna have to put some clothes on first. So this is making sense, folks. And what it means is that, and the more insulin resistant you are, let me say that, the more insulin resistant you are, the faster your sugar is gonna pile up, pile up. That's how it works. The more insulin resistant you are, you might be in denial and say, yeah, I'm all right. I ain't want to eat that. I ain't want to eat that 11. But here's what I am telling you. You can say that. Neglect is quiet. Neglect is very, very quiet. But its consequences are loud. I'm gonna say that again. You say your A1C is at like a 15 or whatever, and it's really, really high. You neglecting that. You say, I'm gonna still do whatever I want, whenever I want. Neglect. Nobody knows. But when it comes to take your food, you'll notice it's real bad consequences, real loud. You gotta amputate your whole foot, your leg, bad consequences, really loud. Think about it. Any questions on the blood sugar level? in the blood, not the game of blood sugar Tetris. It's a real game y'all are playing. Tetris is a game. In real life, you ain't pressing no reset button. I promise you. You cannot press the reset button. I promise you. Forget it before it gets too late. If y'all are ready to get off this, if y'all are ready to play the game correctly, folks, one of the first things that you can do, say, Kelley, I'm ready to get off of that. I'm ready to get my blood sugar right. I'm ready to play this game a whole lot better. And that's you doing that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If that's true, if you say, Kelley, I'm ready to take this thing seriously. I've been neglecting doing what I gotta do. But I've been comfortable. If you want to stay comfortable and get rid of diabetes at the same time, you cannot do it. If you want to stay comfortable and get your blood sugar, get rid of type 2 diabetes and get your blood sugar back to where it was, to where it needs to be at 4.9 to 5.3, you cannot chase two rabbits and catch both. If you want to get rid of diabetes, get your blood sugar back to the normal range, but you want to stay comfortable at the same time, it cannot be done. Like I said, you cannot chase two rabbits. Catch both. You got to focus on one. You got to focus on one. You got to focus on comfort, or you got to focus on growth. You cannot coexist. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that. I don't know if anybody has ever told you that, but you can do this. You can do it. You're not stuck. You're simply loyal to your preference. That's it. The second you can, like I've been saying, the second you can realize that, the second you will gain great power. But do you realize that? Do you say in denial, like, no, I'm at a 15, I'm at an 11, I'm fine, Kelley. I'll eat whatever I want, right? Wink, wink. I can still drink alcohol, right, Kelley? Wink, wink. Do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm just telling you, diabetes doesn't care who you are. You can be playing. I guarantee you, it ain't playing with you, though. You can play. You can take it for granted. But I guarantee you it's not playing with you. If you're ready for change, if you're ready to get off of this, play this game correctly, you're doing that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Right? Where's the challenge? Right here. Here's where the challenge is. Here's where the challenge is. Right here. Right there. Link in my bio. Right there. Only if you're ready to play this game correctly. A lot of people will still say that I'm not ready yet, man. The pain has not gotten bad enough yet. I don't see a reason to change. I really don't, Kelley. I'm gonna keep real with you, bro. Like, yeah, I understand my numbers are bad, but at the end of the day, I still don't see a reason to change. Because it's not painful anymore. I'm okay. I still eat ding dongs, right? I'm okay. I'm still here. I'm good. That's your choice, man. But here you on. But if you're ready for serious change, if you got to the point where you're like, listen, I'm not playing around with this thing anymore. I'm ready to take control of my lifestyle. Because here's the thing, if you don't take control of your lifestyle, diabetes will take control of you. You're ready for serious change. You said change is not just desired, it's now right necessary. I want you to join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Join the challenge. Thanks you. We're gonna be out of here in like 10:30, like 12 more minutes. You got 12 more minutes to do that thing. This kind of post hours. Only $79 for that challenge. I mean, I'm sorry, $99 for that challenge. We're going to be over 200 people at 250 people, over 250 people have for this blood sugar reset challenge. And the results come back in. Mind-boggling result. We're blowing doctors' minds. Doctors are like questioning their whole career. That's what you're hanging out with me. It's not just me, it's the nutrition. All we're doing in the 14 days is nutrition. You're just streamlining your nutrition. That's what it is. 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. For my people who are ready for the challenge and they're ready for serious change, transformation, that's called Beyond the Challenge. Beyond the Challenge is out right now. Food expense. Let's get to these questions. Oh wow, yeah, don't forget clothing. Yeah, don't forget clothing. I got movies. I go to movies also to eat some protein before I eat popcorn. You definitely should. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, you definitely should. Definitely, most people should. Everybody should eat. But if you're suffering from insulin resistance, yeah, you definitely want to eat some proteins or fat first. Like you put a big old avocado in it. All right, that'll do you right. That'll help you out. You're out and about and you have some whatever you have, whatever your protein is, put that first. Then you go ahead and pop it. But easy on the butter though. I just ate an orange by itself, so that's called eating naked. That's a prime example of naked fruit. Don't eat it naked. You got to put some clothing on it first. The people from the nudist colony, as I told you, when I grew up, they would not come out naked, even though they're naked behind the wall. They have to put on some clothing first. That's what you're going to have to do to your fruit. You're going to have to put some clothing on it first. And you can eat it. Okay? As I get older, I become more aware. Sorry about I'm listening. Clothes first. Yeah, thank you for that. Ooh, neglect is quiet, but its consequences are loud. Yeah, sure. That's scary. Yeah. Oh, now. I learned to eat fiber first, and that no fiber is fiber first, right? Fiber, we talk about fiber on this one, but yeah, fiber goes over here in this category as well. Fiber, then fats and protein. Yeah, we missed that section earlier. We talked about fiber. We talked a lot about fiber earlier. Yeah, yeah. Fiber first, followed by these guys over here, fats, protein, and all that stuff. I didn't put fiber in the name of blood sugar factors because vegetables are being that is affecting us, right? That is affecting us. All right, shout out to somebody who just joined the channel. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for joining the channel. Get a text message. Check that text message. I got it. Let's see. Is fat and protein better than fiber? Fiber's first. Fiber first. Veggies first. Then do the fats second. That's the main course. So veggies first. Think of it like I said, the analogy I give. You go to a restaurant. What do they bring out first? They bring out the salad first. Something. Salad, whatever. Then they bring out the main course, right? That's the fats and protein. And the third, they bring out your veggies. It's optional actually. Is it optional? Carbohydrates, the cakes, the cookies, the ice cream, the dessert, all optional. Anything when it comes to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are great to have, but they're optional. They're options. Fruits are great to have, but they're optional. They're great to have. I didn't hell out of some fruit, but they're optional at the end of the day. You boil it all the way down. Ready. Yeah, if you're ready, you want to use that discount code shower. You want to know that 14-day blood sugar reset. Love your vibe. Hey, got my attention. Shout out to you, Lucy. How much does it cost? If you use the discount code shower, you're joining the challenge for $79. Only $99. You use that discount code shower. Doing that 14-day blood sugar reset. Again, the challenge is only for people who have they tried everything. And said, listen, I tried everything, man, nothing works. I'm starting to believe that I'm stuck this way forever. You should go to 14-day challenge. Your blood sugar high, you got insulin resistance, you got prediabetes, you got PCOS, you got erectile dysfunction, gestational diabetes. You should also join the 14-day blood sugar reset. Look at my Bible. Is an avocado a day too much? No, I eat an avocado a day. Good enough though. I'll do like a half an avocado in the morning. Like I'm gonna do when I get out here, when we finish, when I have to wrap this up. Like I haven't eaten today. I'm fasting this morning. I'm gonna have an avocado with it. what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a savory breakfast. I got a protein, avocado for the fat, and then I got some broccoli as my veggie. What am I have this morning? A protein, a fat, a veggie, breakfast, savory breakfast. Avocado with veggies. No. Can I take veggies before carbs? Yeah. Veggies first. It's like when you go to the restaurant. The veggies are the waiter brings out the vegetables first, the salad first, right? Yeah. So eat your veggies first. Carbs and last. I stopped taking metformin and I feel much better. I eat to live. Yeah, it's amazing. You eat to live. You change what you eat, folks. I'm telling you. You change what you're eating. There's a lot of things that could be harming. A lot of things that could be harming your health. But it's predominantly what you're eating. Any questions? Throw your questions in the chat. So whatever questions you got, we're gonna do a little Q&A. I say we might stay a little longer, depending on how many questions we got. But we're gonna stay on as long as y'all got questions. We'll stay. If questions stop, we're out of here. um, can I take veggies before carbs? Yeah, you can. It is recommended you do that. Thank you for the work you're doing. It's saving. It's life saving. You're quite welcome, Bluebell. Just joined. What did you join? Oh, you just joined the challenge, or you joined the live? Welcome either way. Either way, whether you join the challenge or whether you join the live. Congratulations. Do the 14-day, do a fasting. Towards the end, we will do. We're gonna teach you how to fast. For the last 3 days, we're gonna teach you how to do a modified fast because we're easing. It's a boot camp basically for your blood sugar. So we're following a very specific blueprint. Like I said earlier, you're gonna have to train yourself to fast. You just don't jump into fast. You gotta train your body first. You don't jump into a marathon. You don't run a marathon. You don't even run a half a marathon without training. Half a marathon is 13.1 miles. You gotta train for that. When it comes to fasting, you gotta train for that. So first 11 days, we're gonna teach you how to train. How to train. We're gonna be training your body for that. And then the last 3 days of the challenge, we're gonna start putting that to the test. See what we've been training for. So that's how we're doing the challenge. Great. That's a helpful guideline. You're quite welcome. Quite welcome. Okay. Any other questions, folks? You know how we do. Any questions? This is a Q&A time, folks. You know how it goes. My name is Kelley, your certified holistic nutritionist, coming to you straight from the airways of Houston, Texas. We will be back. We normally here Monday through Saturday, but we got some behind the scenes work to do. We got some behind the scenes work to do to we got Beyond the Challenge. We're working hard on Beyond the Challenge right now. Beyond the Challenge for people who have gone beyond the challenge, or who graduated from the 14 days. They did great. Now they're ready to go to the next level. That's called Beyond the Challenge. That's out right now. We're still working on it though. It's a lot of work from now. But again, that's for people who have graduated from the challenge. So we won't be back on Monday. We'll be doing some other stuff, but we're working on that on Monday. We won't be back on Monday, but we will be back on Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday, live again on Tuesday. But in the meantime, if you want to join that challenge, you want to use that live discount code. So that code will be coming down. That code will be coming down once I live. So you want to use that as quickly as you can. Okay, that discount code. I'll leave it open for another half an hour because we normally get out of here at 11. We're gonna get out of here early because, like I said, we only stay unless there's questions. We'll stay, but there's no questions. We're gonna get up out of here. But until then, folks, tomorrow. Oh, here we go. Here's more questions. Happy Saturday. Shout out to you. What amount of movement do you recommend for the 14-day challenge? In the 14-day challenge, we're not doing movement. That's after. That's beyond the challenge stuff. The 14 days is about nutrition. About your nutrition. Start giving yourself your blood sugar a good baseline. So we got to reset the baseline. We're going to bring that baseline down. Instead of being like, oh, my average is 272, we're going to bring that baseline all the way down. So it's all about nutrition. The activity and the activity, exercise, and like I told you, we're working on a bunch of stuff. So the exercise and the stress management and the sleeping, that's all in beyond the challenge. That's when does the challenge begin? The challenge begins whenever you finish grocery shopping. Whenever you go get your groceries, that is when your challenge begins. It is a self-paced challenge. The challenge is self-paced. But when you finish the challenge, that is when you go beyond the challenge. That is where coaching comes in. That's when I become the coach. The point of the 2-week challenge is to see if you can make it. To see how serious you are. If you say you're serious, all right, cool. Here's the blueprint. Follow it. You're going to get some amazing results if you follow it. And then at the end, we'll check back with you at 2 weeks. Did you follow it? Or did you, no, I fell off the wagon, and we'll know that you're not ready to go to the next level. Under the 2 weeks. Not only is it great for you, but it's a test for everybody. Test for me, test for you. If we're a great fit to work together. You can't go through 2 weeks and 2 weeks. We're probably not going to get a fit to work together. We'll keep going forward. But if you crush the 2 weeks, you just freaking crush it. You give it 100%. Here's the thing. The greatest failure of all is not trying. The greatest failure of all is not trying. Not giving it 100% when you know that you could have. So the challenge begins whenever you go shopping. Whenever you join, get your shopping list, go get the groceries, you cook the groceries, you eat the groceries, and you get the results. It's like everybody else who's doing the challenge tab. Now people are joining. We just launched Beyond the Challenge this week. People are already signing up for Beyond the Challenge. But they're ready to go further. They're ready for a true transformation. So the challenge begins whenever you go grocery shopping. Whenever you finish your shopping. Every time I hit the top, it takes me to subscribe. I want to join the challenge. Let me show you where to join the challenge right here. Join the challenge right here. Let me show you. Following along with me, click right up here. And then you click on my picture again. And click right up here. And then click on my picture again. And click on my picture though. And then you're going to come here. You're going to come to my page. This is my page right here. Click right here. Click that link. Boom. It'll take you right there. It's where all the goodies are. It's a challenge right here. There's some freebies on there as well, but here's the challenge. Right there. You can go accept the challenge. Right there. There it is. It says 99 bucks. That's what it says, 99 bucks. But if you use the discount code SHOWER, it'll drop it down to 79 bucks. You apply that discount code, SHOWER. It'll drop it down to 79 bucks. $79 for the rest of your life. This is the test. This is what you said that you wanted. You hang out with me for 2 weeks, get through the 2 weeks, you go beyond the challenge. That's where true transformation begins. So that's it, folks. There's beyond the challenge right there. So when I say beyond the challenge, that's it. Go beyond the challenge. 8-week program. 2 weeks, graduate. 8 weeks, you go next. That's it. That's how it works. So I hope that worked. I hope that was to user 459. If not, send me a DM. Send me a DM. If you still can't find it, we'll get you right. Don't worry. We'll get you right. I seen some diabetics serve white rice with lentils. Is that safe? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. If you suffer from insulin resistance, you should not be eating beans and rice together. No, you shouldn't. That is a no-no. That is a no-no. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Thanks. Can I still eat fruit? Yeah, as long as you eat your fruit as a dessert, you can. You eat fruit as a dessert, you can. But if you don't eat fruit eating fruit on naked fruit, you can eat naked fruit. That gotta eat your fruit as a dessert. Put some clothing on your fruit first. Hi, can I eat baked chicken and veggies for breakfast? Yeah, that's a savory breakfast. Add your healthy fat. Add like some avocado and nuts and seeds. You do that. That's the perfect breakfast. Baked chicken and veggies. Non-starchy veggies though. It's a perfect breakfast. Perfect breakfast. But okay. All right, that's it. No more questions. Any more questions? Any more questions going once? Any more questions going away? Why any more questions going three times? All right, questions. All right, so here we go, folks. We'll be back on Tuesday. You want to join that challenge? It's still time. If you want to drop your A1C, if your A1C will not drop by itself, I promise you that. If you're ready for serious change, you should join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. But until Monday, oh, no, it's on Monday. Tuesday, we'll be back on Tuesday, 8:15 Eastern Time. 8:15 Eastern Time on Tuesday. We'll be back. Normally we're here Monday, but like I said, we got some work to do. Some more behind the scenes stuff to do on the other channel. Other than that, we'll see y'all then, folks. You want to join that channel? Use that discount code SHOWER. We'll see y'all Tuesday. Grab all the free stuff on my page. It's like Disney World for diabetes. Yeah, diabetes. Yeah, magnesium. Get yourself some magnesium glycinate. Absolutely, magnesium glycinate. Get yourself some of that. So here's the thing, folks. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, and we'll see y'all on Tuesday. Which I want y'all to think about until Tuesday. Think about this. Think about this. What I'm about to say. Just think about this until next time you see me Tuesday at 8:15 Eastern Time. Yeah. That when we're born, we look like our parents. You're like, yo, who does he look like? He look like his mom, his dad. Does he look like grandpa? Does he look like his grandma? Who the hell does who do they look like? When we're born, we look like our parents. But when we die, we look like our choices.